Hello, welcome everybody. We're back in Elite Dangerous, and I made a little bit of progress last night as well. So I did a little bit more. I think we had like 123 jumps or something to my next waypoint at the at the end of the last stream. But I did that. I did that last night, and we are now in the nebula. So let's pull up the galaxy map. And hello, everybody. Welcome. I see Bernie Bear already. I see Frostbite already. I see some more contributions to the maybe do an engineering and a space challenge thing. So awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So yeah. So here we are. There's this beautiful nebula. So I kind of made my way into here. Didn't miss much. Just lots of jumping, a few more space trees, but so here we are, right here. We are now very far away from Beagle Point. 53,000 light years from Beagle Point. And we're getting to the point where it feels like, you know, it's possible. Over here we've got the bubble, 32,000 light years. Man. My next waypoint I've set to be right here, just an arbitrary waypoint. There wasn't anything along the way that I could find in the codex that was worth stopping at. And this is here. This is a where I believe the lightning storms Lagrange crowd is that we need to check out on the way. And I also did do a little bit of research. And over here, this is all of the Hawkins Gap abandoned settlements and stuff. So depending on how we're doing progress-wise, maybe at the end of the stream we'll decide whether or not it's, because it's, I mean, they're right there. So I mean, it seems like we should stop in and poke at them on the way by. So maybe we'll head for this Lagrange, and then we will head up here to see those, and then we'll go beeline straight back to Seoul. So that will be a bit of a detour, but I think it might be worth it. We'll see. But anyhow, let's take a look at this beautiful. Let me just pop back out. So if I did a little bit of work on some stuff. There we go. So now we can pop out and see this this nebula. It's really pretty. Some greens and some reds and oranges. And there's the galactic plane in the distance. Look at that, huh? It's a beautiful little nebula. Not a lot going on in here otherwise, but it's just a very pretty sight. So I thought I would kind of give you that view with the galactic plane. Here, let me frame it. I'll take a screenshot of that. Boom. Got some nice pics along the way. But yeah, there's the nebula that we found ourselves in. And there we go. I guess there's a, what is it? Shift. Okay, so I guess I got shift in that command. That lets me do that. But yeah, so to the next waypoint, we got a good 252 jumps to go. We're gonna leave this beautiful nebula behind. So based on, oh, I guess we gotta, I feel like, so it's about 250 to the next waypoint. And then to the storm cloud looked about the same difference. So that's probably another about 250 or so jumps. So it's about 500 jumps to get to the clouds. And then probably would probably be another, I don't know, we can do some quick distance estimation next time I look at the map, but I think we're under 1,000 jumps to get home now.
Fuel scooping.
Thank you all for joining me in my my space trucking journey. Well, I guess can't call it a space trucking journey because I've got nothing in my hold. We got nothing going on here, so moving on to the next one. We wanted to check out some of the Galnet news stuff, I think, right? So let's see what we got going on in here. We can queue up some stuff to listen to as we jump, but power play update. What was, like, how far back can we go in the news? I'll have to look. I really wish you could stay in those menus while you're jumping and stuff. Although I guess I definitely want them to pull me out if I'm going to fly into a star. But it'd be nice if we could stay in the menus until we got, let's say, close to the star. Like, it'd pull us out as we approach the star like that.
Fuel scooping.
Although it would be nice if I know it'll never happen because that's the whole, like, it's not the point of the game, obviously, but it'd be nice to have some autopilot stuff. Oh, I guess I gotta, like, in the real world, we would definitely not have to fly these spaceships. But this is a game, and that's the whole point. The whole point of the game is to fly the spaceship. Like, we're almost... Ah, come on. Get out of here. We're almost to the point where we don't have to drive cars anymore. And if we can be at that point right now in our history... And also, if you look at the rocket ships, right, that we're building nowadays, like the stuff that Elon Musk is making, and I imagine Jeff Bezos and like all of that stuff, like it's fully automated, right? Like they take, like, they launch, they go into space, they land, they dock with the space station. Like, it's all completely automated. There's no human interaction at all. Humans just sit there. If we're already doing that now, then in 3306 we would be able to do that as well. I'm still quite happy, Bernie Bear, with my Oh Great Bearded One title. That's good. I like driving my car, though. Do you? Do you? Do you really? Maybe you do. I don't. I drove my car for, geez, like over 20 years now. I'm okay. I use a car to get from point A to point B to do what I'm doing. I don't drive because I just want to drive. So I guess there's a lot of people in this world that actually just like to drive, right? Or ride a motorcycle or like cruise, right? I'm not one of those people. To me, it's getting from point A to point B. I'm interested in the place I'm going and not the time it takes me to get there. But I guess maybe that's just me. But I imagine I'm not alone either in that assessment. I, for one, don't need self-driving cars. Yeah, well, no, we don't need it, I guess, but it will be super convenient. And you're welcome. Oh, thank you. Maybe you're just driving the wrong car. True, but I also imagine that, like, it's not going to take long for people to get used to the new norm when it comes to self-driving cars. Like, honestly, what am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Okay. Honestly, the way things are going to happen with self-driving cars is, like, city driving is horrific, right? Like, I can't imagine anybody likes being stuck in traffic for hours. But no, maybe highway driving is what you're talking about, or something like that, right? Like open road and the vistas and all that kind of stuff. But even then, I'd rather the car be driving and I could look or I could do other things, right? But maybe that's just me. But I spent far too many hours of my life sitting in back-to-back traffic, being super annoyed with the way things are. I'm ready for that to be over. What are you driving? Some 30-year-old beater pickup? Actually, I'm not driving anything anymore, but it's because I sold, air quotes, sold my car to my son. So it's his now. But my car is, as my old car, which is now my son's car, is the same age as my son. Yeah, so it's a 17-year-old Toyota Corolla. So it's not a fancy car, but it is a reliable car, as you can tell by being 17 years old and still works like new. Whoops.
Fuel scooping.
Did the full rundown of it, took it in, got it looked over and everything before my son took it over, and it's in excellent shape. But yeah. So it's not a beater pickup, but it is an old Toyota. Those things work forever. Oh well, that's like the poster child for boring cars. You're not wrong. It's the poster child for boring cars, but it's also the poster child for, like, reliable vehicles, at least in my opinion. That thing never gave me any trouble. It just worked. I took it in for its regular maintenance, and it just worked for 17 years. But yeah, it's a boring car.
Fuel scooping.
But honestly though, like when we get automated, I honestly think once automated cars are a thing and they start like people start using them more often than not, one of the things that's going to happen is we're going to go back to like the horse and carriage style of vehicles, I think, where, but instead of obviously somebody driving the horse and carriage, it'll just be the car driving itself. But we're going to end up with vehicles where the interiors get completely redone and the exteriors probably get totally changed as well. Where you get into the car and there's like, you know, seats on either side that face towards each other. There's like tables in the middle. There's, right? So like you basically, you get in the car and you play cards, or you talk to each other, right? Or you have your lunch, or right? Like it's gonna be that old style where it's like you have the seats on both sides and they face each other, and I think that's where we're going with vehicles. Full circle.
Fuel scooping. System scan.
But
complete.
for everybody, not just for the rich.
Fuel scooping complete.
And that might be optimistic, but I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, so, but I can't talk really. I drive a 17-year-old Golf. Well, there you go, which is like literally the German equivalent of your Corolla. Yep, very true. In terms of boring but reliable, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, that's another like the Volkswagen, right? Volkswagen Golf. Those are very reliable cars too. Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I also think that we're going to get to the point too where people owning vehicles is going to be less and less normal as well, unless you're using it for business or something. Like you buy one and then when you're not using it, you send it out to drive people around. That might be a thing, but the majority of people probably just you pull out your phone and, you know, like Uber or whatever, right? You just request a car and it just shows up, takes you where you're going, drops you off, and you just pay for the usage.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I don't think we're that far off from that stuff, honestly. That's kind of what I'm already doing, but with human drivers these days, is whenever I need to go somewhere, now that I don't have a car anymore, I'm trying to go carless and see how that works, because in the city that I live downtown, and I can walk to basically everything that I need. And then when I need to go somewhere further, I just call up a car and have them take me there. I don't have to do it that often, so it's not a big expense.
Fuel scooping.
So at least on the vehicle and
Complete.
gasoline side of things, I'm not contributing too much anymore to the carbon issue. What do we got here?
Frameshift
Nothing.
drive charging.
So you use Uber and Lyft and such? I don't even know. Lyft must be is that a European or a German
2.
service? But yeah, like here in Canada we've got Uber and there's a couple of other ones, but yeah, Uber is generally the one that I've been using. I haven't heard of Lyft, but I like the sound of it. Take a lift. Need a lift? Spelled with a Y. Both are US companies. Are they? I never heard of Lyft, but I guess we don't have Lyft in Canada yet.
Fuel scooping complete.
I think Lyft is US, yeah. Yeah, we've got Uber here, and there's another one. Can't remember the name of it. All right, well, there is something out there. These have started to become Oh wow, it's not super. Like, we seem to just keep running into these trees, and we've seen them all now. I want to find something that's not a tree, but I don't think there's any way to know what it is until you go there. I guess one thing I could do is, like, what system are we in? We are in. That's the waypoint. Current system is Eok Preudua. I'm not going to remember that. So if I go to the codex and I look at where we are, and in space there are these things. Any of these are the Eoks. Eok Preud. Not, oh, okay, so it might be. That wasn't the right one. Eok. 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 Okay, so there's a bunch of Lagrange cloudy stuff here. We've already confirmed a bunch of this. Some more pod stuff that we've already confirmed. So I'm going to assume. Oh, hey, metallic crystal could be maybe one of these. Eok. Eok. No, it's not one of these. So I'm imagining it's one of the Lagrange clouds. Once again, I wish there was an easier way to do that. If anybody knows, let me know. I would love to be able to just like this is the system I'm in. Show me all the codex entries for this system. Why can't I do that? Again, we're in 3303. I feel like I should be able to do that. There's a nebula that we were just at. They are the two big ones, I see. Yeah, it's funny. I've never even heard of Link, but I guess it's just, or Link, sorry, Lift. I guess that's just because they're not here. All right. I occasionally read a couple car-related news blogs, and those have been converting Uber and similar companies, but how those are actually rather exploitive on a corporate level. Yeah, well, see, that's the bigger issue, I guess, right? Is how companies are using it and how they're treating their people. That's definitely something that's probably coming to a head. That's a different issue. Because technology in itself is neither good nor evil. It's the intentions and actions of people that give it morality. Alright, so notable stellar phenomena. It's hard to see. You can see them sort of out there. If I go to external lights. Does that help at all? Nope, space is big. Okay, well, I see some stuff up over here. Let's head over to this. But yeah, I think we've seen all of the kinds of brain trees. So if we come into a stellar phenomena, I turn the lights on, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm curious. Okay, I don't want to fly into these things like I did last time. Where are we here? Data link scanner. Wonder what happens. I'm gonna turn on the night vision in a minute and see if that helps find these things. Nothing to search. How close do you have to get for the headlights to even do anything? I'm still not even seeing any. Yeah, my data link scanner's not doing nothing. Because we already know all about these things. So here, let's see what happens if so I'm going to turn the lights off. I'm going to turn on night vision. Oh, cool. That's a way to do it, huh? Look at that. Very cool. But nothing to scan here. So let's move on.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Engage. Still have night vision on. If it starts interfering with our beautiful view, I'll turn it off. Ah, goodness. Keep doing that. I'm getting much better at recovering from it, though.
Fuel scooping complete.
Nada.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, right. Galnet news. Everything takes so long. All right, so power play. Okay, I want to go down to the bottom of the list. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it. I always think of it when after I've started to jump, because I want to keep making progress. I want to look through that stuff while we're jumping and while we're doing. See, once again, automated spaceships. If the automated spaceship was the thing, then I could read Galnet.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Now we can listen to Galnet, but we have to get that started. So let's go over here. Let's take a look at Galnet news. I haven't looked through this in a while. So it's 20th of December, 3306. Go down to the bottom of the list, because I know that I did, like, when do they archive this stuff? So bounty voucher boost. Lacon Space Waste rejects core dynamics bid. So some of this is lore stuff too, which is cool. Yeah, so when was this? November 30th. Capital Switch Construction Initiatives, Lacon Space Waste discount. I don't think I've seen any of this. So if I play this.
Bounty voucher boost to increase local security. Pilots Federation alert. Bounty hunters are advised that credit rewards for successfully destroyed targets have been increased, with the widespread redirection of resources toward faction and
4, 3, 2, 1.
superpower militaries. Local security forces are struggling to provide effective intra-system policing. Coupled with a rise in piracy and violent crime, this has led to a need for supplementary ships and manpower in the majority of systems. As a result, bounty vouchers for known criminals are now worth more in Alliance, Imperial, Federal and Independent space. This increase will be honored by all Starport security offices and other locations that offer interstellar factor services. Bounty hunter groups and private law enforcement agencies are alerting their members to the changes. This message from the notorious Casimir clan is typical of the information being distributed. Don't be surprised if you scan a wanted ship and it displays the same amount as it did before. Many security services haven't updated their networks with the higher payouts, probably to make it look like they aren't relying on us to do their dirty work.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Once the claim is validated, the appropriate increase is applied and will be visible in your transactions panel. As with recent dramatic changes to the pricing of commodities, a period of volatility for bounties is expected as market forces define their true value in these uncertain times. As yet, the value of combat bonds has not been affected.
Yeah. So that was about the the increase to combat bonds and everything, right? That happened way back. But I really like how they took the time and effort to build into the lore of the lore of the game, like that, why this is happening, right? And also that you know, like they've increased these things, but the game is still going to show you the old values until you turn it in, then you get the new values. That was clever of them. I actually think that was really well done, where they were taking in known limitations to their implementation that ultimately will get sorted out, but they added that in as like actual lore of the game and actual you know, the current events and why this is happening. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Fuel scooping.
All right, so let's see what's going on here. Was that that sounded like the reading of the Galnet thing has actually seemed pretty low. Was it hard for you guys to hear it? It was kind of hard for me to hear it, so let me know, because I'm thinking, ooh, is there an Earth-like here? There's 24 items in this system, but the only one we really care about is this Earth-like, I think. Where is it? Yeah, I'm not seeing a little circle thing up here. And then we're going to go all the way around, and it's still not going to be showing up on my radar. There we go. Is this an Earth-like? Tis. Oh, gosh. Keep doing that. All right. Pop out of here. And... yeah, this is an explored system. I mean, everything is already shown to me when I open up the galaxy map. Discovered by, mapped by. Okay, so this one's already completely mapped and everything. So, yeah, looks like we're kind of like, and it makes sense because I think a lot of people would probably, would probably have been around this particular area of space because of the nebula and stuff. Yeah, Frostbite, yeah, you hear me too with the... be very nice to be able to read Galnet while traveling. Yeah, that would be nice. Automated spaceships.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I wonder if the lore reason for Elite Dangerous not having automated spaceships and all of that autopilot stuff, because obviously they're not doing it because they want you to play the game. They don't want you to put the game on autopilot to play the game. But I wonder if the reasons for that is the whole history with the AI thing, right? Because artificial intelligence in the Elite Dangerous universe is illegal. So I wonder if that's part of the reasons. Because there is limited autopilot, right? Which is convenient stuff for players, right? Like, you can send your ship, you can land on a planet, and then you can send your ship back up into orbit, and it'll just orbit, and then you can call it back, and it'll land, right? So there is some limited autopilot. But that's it. So I wonder if the lore reasons are around the AI ban. What do we got? Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, we've got a... Is this a explored system? There's only the one thing here. Yeah. Well, there is a high metal content world. Where's that at?
System scan.
Ooh.
complete.
Could you imagine living on that planet? Oh, I did it again. Go away. So is this system not discovered? No, it's not. Cool. High metal content world. And it's behind it. I see Apple has arrived. Uh-huh. Oh. How was that? Oh, that's not what? Did I not select the planet? I didn't select the planet. Where are you? Slap. Did you see it? I did it. I got all prepared and everything. Oh, it's way out there too. I don't know if this is worth it. We'll just keep going.
Frameshift drive
I was just thinking I'd
charging.
scan it since it was the only planet in the system, but... There's a neutron star here. I guess I could have boosted on it, huh?
4, 3, 2,
I haven't done that in a while. Exquisite. I haven't done that in a while. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared to blow myself up too close to home. I could try though. Add some excitement to the stream. What do you guys think? Next time we come across a neutron star, I'll attempt to what's the word I'm looking for? Supercharge my hyperdrive.
fuel scooping
We
complete.
can see how many light years we can do in a single jump. Did I scan? I did. Nothing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, right. Next jump too. We're gonna work our way through Galnet stuff as well.
4, 3, 2,
I'm gonna probably look at the audio settings. 'Cause I think both the talking Galnet talker audio and the like all the jump sounds and everything are about the same. So I felt that the that stuff was kind of getting in the way of listening to what she was saying.
fuel scooping.
Let me know what you guys think. But I'm gonna mess with that, I think, and then see if I can't find a
Fuel
good
scooping complete.
medium there. So what do we got? Nothing. Okay, so to start flying off this direction, I am going to go into the menus, which is going to be, I know it's going to be exciting. Oh, that's what I want. Why am I going to options? Get out of there. I want to go into the audio. And so we got music volume, voice volume. Oh, voice volume's at max. And sound effects are down. Was it all right for you guys? Optimized for, what's that? Normal, full range, nighttime, boost. All right. That should be fine then, huh? Should be fine. But is it fine? Oh, what am I doing? We don't want to exit. We want to resume. Okay. Now, let's go look at another codex entry. Nope, not what? Galnet news. That's what we want. So yeah, so that was all the way back. We have that was November 30th. Lakon Spaceways rejects Core Dynamics bid. What's this all about?
Frameshift
Lakon
drive
Spaceways
charging.
rejects Core Dynamics' bid. A proposal by the federal corporation Core Dynamics to purchase the construction company Lakon Spaceways has been officially rejected. Naomi Landseer, chairperson of Lakon's board of directors, made this statement. We thank Mr. Rochester and his team for their approach. However, I can confirm that Lakon's
4, 3, 2, 1.
That was weird.
Spaceways will remain an independent company. Business reporter Earthen Karen analyzed the situation more closely for the Alliance Tribune. This decision has surprised many analysts, considering the persistent rumors that Lakon is in far greater difficulty than financial statements would suggest. Although its shipbuilding partnership with the Alliance proved highly lucrative, insiders believe that the firm has overstretched itself in terms of resources and manpower. There have also been public comments from high-profile shareholders in Lakon who are pressuring the board to accept
Frameshift
ownership
drive
by Core
charging.
Dynamics. Some complain of falling dividends, while others accuse Ms. Landseer of focusing exclusively on Alliance contracts. A spokesperson for Core Dynamics confirmed that the offer to purchase Lakon's
4, 3, 2, 1.
Focusing on alliance contracts. That's interesting.
Spaceways has not yet been withdrawn, and that CEO Jupiter Rochester is looking at all available options.
Wonder why they're focusing so much on alliance contracts.
Fuel scooping complete.
Ooh. Okay, there is a water world. Is it behind the star? Feel like it's behind the star. Yep, of course it is. All right, where are you? Oh, is that the line? Yeah, there we go. Nothing. Okay, water world. Far enough off the beaten path now that it's not already discovered. Yeah, that it gives you like there is so little of the galaxy that's actually discovered, but sometimes you get this warped sense that there's nothing out there to find anymore because everybody travels the same way. So you come across a lot of stuff that's already been discovered, because everybody's like, you know, you start in the bubble and then you click all of these common destinations, right? Like heading towards a nebula or heading towards Sagittarius A or Colonia or whatever, right? And then people just drive in a straight line from where they are to where they're going, which is a straight line from where most people start to where most people go. So you end up finding a lot of stuff that's already been discovered, and gives you this warped perception that way more has been discovered than really any has. All right, let's come in on this guy. That was a piece of that was a tip that I think I remember seeing from Obsidian Ant, where he's like, yeah, like if you think if you're seeing nothing but discovered stuff, then just like fly, you know, straight up towards the top of the canopy or down below, right, for a couple, you know, for 1,000 light years or something, and then continue on your way, and you'll find that nothing is discovered. All right, so we've got 7. So we go 1 in the middle. Then I wait and I see how much more we need. Hard to find new things when everybody follows the beaten path. Yep, very true.
Surface scanned by 50%.
That's a pretty good... Oh, are you kidding me? 89%? Alright, so... if we fire off, like, right around here, that should be more than enough. We still have one more probe, so that's the last probe. That should be enough to put us 1% over. God, that's hilarious. So close, but so far. Boom.
Surface scan complete.
All right, so... oh, yeah, I might as well... I always say this, so... don't need to, but might as well fire into these rings. Let's see if that's even going to hit that ring. Nope.
Surface scan complete.
Not that we're... I don't know if it matters to collect this data. If you guys know, let me know.
Surface scan.
Because I'm not planning on mining, but I'm doing it just literally for the data. And there goes a probe. Whee! Should have put an AI on it. Sent it off as a von Neumann probe. Find new worlds. Yeah. Actually, if anybody's looking for a really fun read, there's a series of books called the Bobaverse First one is called, I think, We Are Bob, We Are Legion, or something like that. And it is awesome. Reminded me of it because I was saying Monomin probes, which is the basic premise, which is not giving away too much, but very fun read. If you guys haven't read it, and you like sci-fi and you like fun, it doesn't take itself too seriously. That's a good one. Good series. All right. What we got next on the Galnet docket? All right, so Lakon Spaceways rejects core dynamics. Explorers needed for Coalsack Nebula project. Pilots Federation alert. Okay, so I think this was for a community goal that is probably now long over, right? So December 3rd, capital ships constructions initiatives conclude. We'll listen to this one.
Capital ship construction initiatives conclude. Pilots Federation alert. Parallel campaigns in the Empire and the Federation to provide commodities for building new capital ships have ended.
No,
the Federal Navy's construction program was boosted.
That's also a community goal thing, right?
By deliveries of building fabricators, microbial furnaces, and energy grid assemblies. Contributing pilots can now collect their rewards at Schweikert City in the Perutis system. As a result, 5 newly completed Farragut-class battle cruisers will become operational within a matter of days. They are expected to be patrolling in several federal systems including Atropos, Imankaba, LHS-142, LFT-367, and Wolf-25. The Imperial Navy is also rewarding all traders who delivered building fabricators, microbial furnaces, and energy grid assemblies for use in its shipyards. Payments can be collected from Miyasaka Orbital in the Man system. It has been confirmed that 4 new Majestic-class interdictors will shortly join the fleet. File flight plans suggest that their shakedown cruises will take place.
4, 3, 2, 1,
in the Kaimekilo, Oranica, Theta Indi, and Zelano systems. As well as capital ships, Federal Congress and the Imperial Senate have both increased funding for other military operations, including support vessels and ground forces.
Right, so that was for a community goal, but it was, so it sounds like there are 4 new Farragut battle cruisers and 4 new Majestic, I can't remember what they're called now, but Majestic interdictor class, whatever you call it. So the Empire and the Federation are like seriously building up their military strength. Because I remember I did hear that they were, you know, like tensions are rising between the two again. But yeah, so like wow, that's like those ships are not small. Like the interdictors and the Farraguts, right? Like those are the ones that you can't even get as a player, right? Those are the big military bad boys for both the Empire and the Federation. So their fleet sizes are increasing. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to make good on my I haven't done this in so long, I'm a little worried. Okay.
System scan complete.
That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so let me put full power to systems. Actually, we're gonna go full power to engines, 2 pips to systems. I need to open up the route plotter, and I need to make sure that fastest route, if I turn that on, oh no, that's not what I want. Fastest route. Hopefully it'll recalculate once we do this. Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can still remember how to do this. Okay, so I wanna line up with the side of this thing. And we wanna kinda like sneak into the end. And get charged up.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
And then boost out. Go. All right. We made it. And now, what is my jump distance now? Okay, so now I've got a 91/97 jump. Oh, that must have been a white, whatchamaface, a white dwarf or whatever, or a white dwarf. Like it wasn't the big bad boy. Fuel star. So I need you to recalculate now, please. It should do that automatically, right? That's still 60. I'm not saving any time by doing this. Supercharged. Three tons. Do I have to have it recalculate? Clear out, select. Or do I just have to select it again? I thought it used to do this, but I could be wrong. Like I thought it would take it into consideration then and keep going. Do I have to clear the route and then replot the route? Oh, and I still don't. Oh, there we go. Use jet cone boost. All right, now that I figured it out, hopefully it won't slow us down, but help speed us up if we do this in the future. Okay. 78. That's the that's the farthest. Oh, is it also because what's the other thing I did? I took off all of the took these all off as well. Right? Do I have to replot again, or is it gonna figure it out this time? Oh, I heard something happen. 78.2. I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging.
Seems like a waste. I should get 90 light year jump out of this. And I'm only getting 78? Why am I only getting 78? So you don't want to have to replot every time. That's going to take forever.
4, 3, 2,
You're not saving any time. Oh, we got another one. I wonder if it's now just trying to use these. Is that what's going on?
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Ah, I got thrown out before it finished. I hate it when that happens. A little bit too close to the edge. And then now to get back in, I've got to like fly like towards it, which is always a bad idea.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety
Yeah, see now,
limits.
get out of there. No, no, no.
Frameshift drive
Don't point at it.
supercharged.
Don't point at it. There we go. How far away are you? 200. Woohoo! Here we go, boys.
Drive charging.
What's the range? 259 light year. So 224 light year jump. Here we go, boys. Strap in.
4, 3, 2,
Making some distance now. Yeah, it looks like it's now plotting me to... Oh my god. Two of these things. I have to keep an eye on my frame shift drive though.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Ooh, do you hear the sound of that to the creaking?
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Yeah, let me out. Let me out. How far is this one? 87? Oh, because that was just a smaller dude again.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because there's two different types, right? There's the neutron stars and the neutron stars and white dwarfs. Can't remember now. But one only gives you a little boost, and the one gives you a big boost. The neutrons give you the big boost.
2, 1, engage.
Still, 87 is better than what we're doing on average, like 60. Okay, now we got a normal star, so now that's good because we need some fuel. I like that. That 200 to what was it, 250
Scooping.
jump? That was pretty cool. Neutron superhighway. We should probably make sure that we fill up just in case. Come on. Fill them up.
Fuel scooping complete.
All right. Yeah, now we're back down to our 56. I think we were averaging, or I was seeing between like 56 and 61 or so.
4,
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done those. That was how I learned how to do them though. Was you basically kind of like point at the end of them and then try and fly into it while still facing away from the core while you're being tossed around, so that when you, and once you get in, like you go in real slow, and then once you get in, you drop your thrust down to nothing until you get the supercharge indicator, and then you hit throttle and hopefully fly out the tail end of it real fast. But that is doing damage to my ship. So if I look over here, you'll see my modules, right? They're, yeah, see, frameshift drive is at 96%, right? Every time you do it, it drops it down a little bit more.
frameshift
And I believe the
drive
magic
charging.
number was 69%. I think when your once your frameshift drive hits 69%, it starts to malfunction. So normally I would wait until I got to about 70%, and then I would use the FMU, fix it up, keep going. But I think it does damage. I don't think it only does damage to, I think it does random damage to other stuff too, right? And some stuff that you can't fix. Here we got another one. Alright, so you point kind of like off to the side of it, fly down the side, and then as it gets lighter and lighter, you pull into it.
Frameshift drive operating
Stop your
beyond safety
thrust because you don't want to get thrown out. Ah, okay, I went in too fast. See, you got to go in slower than that. I'm a little rusty. because you don't. What you don't want to do is literally fly like right back into the end of the cone, facing right. Okay, so I'm gonna try and. This is what you don't want to do. I'm gonna try to just.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Come on, give it to me. Give it to me.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
Okay, full thrust. Get away. Whew. Okay. There we go.
Frameshift
You know, and then a respectable 239 light year jump. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Yep. I think we're gonna add some. If we come across those, we'll boost them as we go. We'll boost off them as we go. That'll help us make some distance. Because that's what. It's like 3 to 4 jumps in one. Yeah, but this is my concern, is that now that we've added, I think by selecting that that thing as part of the calculator, it's now actually like trying to take us to these.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Might be taking you along the super boost highway. Yeah, the neutron superhighway, I believe, is. Yeah, so that was just a smaller one. I also don't think there's the chance of very much stuff in these systems normally. Should still look though. Yeah, and I gotta remember to keep an eye on my fuel. That's the other thing, because you can't fuel up on those stars either, right? So that's always a concern. So if you keep hitting these things, eventually you have to try and factor in some fuel time.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Like riding a bike. Got this working again pretty quick.
Frameshift drive.
So I did the neutron superhighway like this, like all the way to Colonia once. I took almost entirely using these to get there. It definitely sped the trip up. But it was before a lot of these nice quality of life improvements that they've added since then. I remember there was a website that I used that would calculate, like show you your route, like it would actually figure the route out for you. It was before that little use the boost little thing was added to the game and stuff. All right, fuel star, nice. Yeah, it would actually calculate the route, show you all of the stars along the way, and then you would actually have to plot to each star one by one as you went. So this is definitely a lot easier than the way I did it in the past. Let's make sure we get all fueled up.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay. Did we scan? We did. Nothing in here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
So yeah, so I'm hoping it doesn't plot us to like tons of them. Like it'd be nice to get a little boost here and there, but at the same time, I also do want to be looking for, you know, Earth lakes and water world things. Still like to find some of that stuff on the way home. But a little boost every once in a while, I'm not going to argue with that. See if we find anything, of course. Yeah, Red Dwarf next. M-Class. Frame shift's at 93%. So it's slowly taking damage. Although boosting a little bit right now wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, especially if you want to make a little diversion off to see the Hawkins Gap abandoned sites.
Fuel scooping complete.
Because I don't imagine I'm going back out for a little while once I get back.
Frameshift drive charging.
And it's basically on the way home, so we might as well go look. There's 4 different sites, and they're all really close to each other once you get there.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
They're actually not that far out from the bubble, comparatively speaking. It's funny how, like, I think when I first found out where the Hawkins Gap sites were and looked at it, I was like, wow, that's, you know, they're out there. But now after this journey, everything seems close. 10,000 light years, that's nothing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Try 65. One way. So it's like 130. That's 130,000 light years. This trip, like round trip, and that's if you go straight there across the middle and straight back. Like we're going the long way around, right? So we're adding on to that. This is crazy. 130,000 light years.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right, nothing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh wow, we bopped that. Like we're down to 194 jumps now. Like we started the stream off at what 254 or something like that. So some of those neutron jumps really helped us move that along.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh, finding a lot of normal stars again. Okay, so it's not like in taking us entirely only to those, which is nice.
Fuel scooping.
Wonder how the routine works.
Complete.
So I imagine there's some like calculation going on, right? That is, if you are, you know, like get me the straightest route that you can get me, but I'm willing to go off by a certain percent, off route by a certain percent to hit like, you know, better stars, get longer range.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And even by going off track a little bit, you actually get to where you're going faster because of boosting. Okay, let's see what else we got on the Galnet news. All right, so we looked at the capital ships, Lakon Spaceways discounts selected ships, refugee crisis, and this was December 8th.
Modernist refugee crisis grows critical. Hundreds of thousands of political refugees who fled from the Empire to the Federation have brought both superpowers to the brink of conflict. The Modernists, who believe in restructuring the Empire...
Right, there's a group that wants to change how the Empire works.
...into a republic, escaped crackdowns in several Imperial systems during a hunt for neo-Modernist terrorists. The Federation has provided temporary safe haven for the refugees. However, security concerns proved to be justified when the NMLA bombed a federal starport where captured members were being held. The Federal Security Service provided this update. The Marlinists themselves have informed us of more individuals among them with NMLA connections. The risk of terrorism from this population is now low, although it's impossible to know exactly how many have been radicalized. There have been heated debates in Congress over granting citizenship to the Marlinists. President Hudson insisted that all illegal aliens must be deported and has strengthened the Federal Navy as a defensive measure in light of the Empire's warning.
4, 3, 2,
Huh.
1.
Conversely, Shadow President Winters argued that turning away starving refugees to face imprisonment and discrimination would be immoral. She also noted that the same principles of democratic representation found in Marlinism are enshrined in the Federal Accord. This disagreement between the Republican and Liberal parties has led to stalemate, with the fate of the Marlinists hanging in the balance.
Fuel scooping complete.
So yeah, there's a group within the Empire that wants to take down the current system and replace it with a republic, and then a bunch of them kind of like ran to the Federation for a safe haven, and the president and the shadow president are at odds with whether or not they should keep them or not. Lots of politics. Blub blub. Chat seems to be quiet tonight. Yeah, it is. Hey, Gary. Welcome. Now that you're here, things will liven up. Yeah, we're listening to some of the Galnet stuff. I've done a couple of neutron supercharging and jumps tonight as well.
System scan.
I think our best jump so far was like what, like 230 something light year jump in one go. That was fun. I did. I think we've jumped off of about 4 of them now. It was too risky. Yeah, I know. But then it was staring me in the face. We just jumped into a system with one, and I'm like,
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's try. I used to do it all the time. Like I just haven't done it in a long time. But on my first trip to Colonia, I believe I took nothing but neutron stars all the way out.
3, 2, 1.
It is a bit quiet here. I'm here, but also playing some Elite Dangerous myself. Nice. And I only play in VR, so mainly listening to the stream while I do missions. That makes sense. I would play in VR too a lot more if I wasn't
System scan complete.
streaming.
Fuel scooping.
Although that is something I'd like to play with to see if I can find a setup that works well in VR and also works well for people watching. Nothing there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, actually, let's go look over at Galnet News. All right, so we looked at the Marlis refugee. So then universal increase to combat bond and Xeno payouts, right? So we know about that. Coalsack Nebula project gathers ammonia world data. Yeah, see this? Let's play this.
Coalsack Nebula Project gathers Ammonia World's data. Pilots Federation alert. Explorers have catalogued many Ammonia worlds for a Sirius Atmospherics terraforming project in the Coalsack Nebula. The subsidiary of Sirius...
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
This corporation is one of several companies that are working in partnership with the Alliance to commercially exploit the region. Project Director Dr. Maximilian North announced the successful completion of the initiative. The data provided on planets with ammonia-based atmospheres will be invaluable to our terraforming simulations.
Fuel scooping.
With our new environmental techniques, some of these poisonous worlds within the nebula may one day become habitable.
Fuel scooping
Sirius
complete.
Atmospherics has confirmed that payouts for all contributing pilots are now available at Betancourt Base in the Muscaddark Region
Frameshift
PJ
drive
PB61
charging.
system. As the expansion into the Coalsack Nebula progresses, Commodore Morag Halloran of the Alliance Defense Force commented on the possibility of further attacks from the Thargoids. Anti-Xeno security is
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
not as stringent as we had planned, due to the low availability of ADF vessels and Aegis being impacted by federal and imperial defunding. It may be necessary to call upon the galactic community again, should we encounter further interference from the Thargoids.
So yeah,
System scan complete.
like the Coalsack
Fuel
Nebula,
scooping.
they're heading out there, and they're working on technology to terraform
Fuel
ammonia
scooping
worlds so that
disengaged.
they can be habitable for humans. And the Thargoids are attacking
Frameshift drive
in that
charging.
region, and it's known like this is just like, this feels like purposefully poking the bear. Like, I'm pretty sure that humanity has kind of got an idea that ammonia worlds are like the kind of planets that the Thargoids prefer. I think. I could be wrong on that, but I think that ammonia worlds are like Thargoid preferred planets. And so now we've invented technology to terraform those worlds so that humans will like them and probably not Thargoids. And we're obviously in their territory, and they're it's like we're just asking for trouble. Poking the Bernie. Yes, nice. So what do we got?
Charging.
Poking the Bernie is fun though. Poking the Bernie bear. Yeah. There's a program on Steam you can get called OVR Toolkit, which allows you to place screens into your VR space while playing in VR games. So for streaming, you can place a screen for chat and OBS into your ship anywhere you want. Yeah, I don't think I've used that particular program, but back when I was playing with VR, I found a program that was similar to that. Maybe it's the same one, I'm not sure, but yeah, you could put the windows and kind of like you could place them in the VR space, right, and hover them like floating windows. I used to do that too, so you could watch
Fuel scoop disengaged.
listen to listen to Twitch or YouTube or even Netflix, I guess, right?
Frameshift drive charging.
Watch a movie while flying through space. But I appreciate that you're here, so thank you for that. Very cool.
4, 3,
Yep, it's pretty neat.
1, engage.
So I know what you're talking about, Frostbite. I've done it as well in the past. I'm not sure if I've used OVR. I'd have to check that one out. OVR Toolkit. Wish I had the money and space for VR stuff. The space requirements for VR is definitely getting easier. So the one that I bought an Oculus Rift, but like the CR1, right? The first release. I think it's called CR, Customer Release 1 or CV1. I don't know. But the first generally available release, and that one required, like lots of space. Obviously for sit down games, it's not a big deal, like Elite Dangerous, but required lots of space, and you got like sensors that you have to set up. around the room and all this kind of stuff. But the newest versions, right? Like it's the sensors and everything are built right into the headset now. You don't have to actually have like all those external sensors anymore. And I think the requirements are lower. But for a game like Elite Dangerous, you just sit in a chair and you put your goggles on. So space requirements for a game like Elite Dangerous is next to nil. But yeah, for any kind of game where you want to actually be standing up and doing stuff, you need more space. I wish I had, yeah, I live in a 30 meters squared with your girlfriend. 30 meters squared. Wow. So there's no space. I hear ya. Yeah. Earlier in my life, I definitely lived in places like that too. I know. I've been there, done that. Know what you're going through.
Fuel scooping complete.
As with the HOTAS, getting it for one game is kinda bad. Yeah, so you just gotta find more games to play with. Although honestly, I bought the HOTAS for Elite Dangerous, basically only for Elite Dangerous. Oh wow, is there a gas giant? No, it's, I bought it for Elite Dangerous, and I don't know how many other games I've really used it for. Like the fact that I have it, and a game pops up that supports it, then obviously I want to use it. But basically, I bought it for Elite Dangerous. And I have felt it was worth every penny myself. Yeah, some VR games do require a bit of space. Punch the wall. Oh my god. I've punched a wall a few times with some games. Ooh. That's gotta hurt though too, because like when you're in VR space and you're not really paying it, like you're not expecting your hand to hit something if there's nothing there in the VR space, and then you hit something in real space, and it's like, oh my god, that's gotta be both shocking and painful at the same time. My friend was getting agitated while playing a game on Steam and punched his oak door, broke his hand. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I remember when the Nintendo Wii first came out, and playing games like, you know, Legend of Zelda, Link and stuff, and you actually had to like you would use the nunchuck in the controller like a shield and a sword, and I think it was
4, 3, 2, 1.
I had a friend who lost grip on the, because he wasn't using the straps around his wrists, and he lost the grip of it, and it like smashed into his TV. He lost it. Luckily, it didn't destroy the TV, so that was.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have enough room around you if you're doing VR, that you don't hit things or walk into things or trip over something. So that is a bit of a requirement there.
Frameshift drive charging.
He had a bad day at work until he went to the hospital. Jeez. That's crazy. Yeah. I do want to try some more VR games. Like I have
3, 2.
like I have this, I don't use it that often. I think normally the only time that I pull out the Oculus is to play Elite Dangerous, and if I'm streaming it, I don't pull it out for that anyway, so I haven't used it very much lately. But I would like to try that Half-Life Alexa, I think it's called, or Alex, or
Fuel scooping.
I've heard really good things about that game. There was a couple of other like space-based ones too that were VR compatible that sounded really fun, and I can't remember the name of it now.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah.
4, 3,
I wonder where the Coalsack Nebula is. Because I thought it was the what's it called? Horsehead Nebula. That was like where all of the Thargoid stuff was happening. But maybe it's the Coalsack Nebula?
fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Or maybe it was just mistaken the entire time, or maybe it's moved.
Fuel scooping complete.
Coalsack Nebula. So if we just pull up this, I'm assuming it's kind of nearish the bubble. Wonder, is there an easy way to show star nebula? Sorry, its nebula names are on. I just have to be close enough to see them, I guess. I doubt that. Coalsack. There it is. Right there. That's the hot spot. Yeah, and it's really close. So that might be where we go when we get back to the bubble and we're doing some combat stuff. We'll go out to the Coalsack Nebula and do some combat with the Thargoids. With the Thargoids. Why not both? Yeah, I don't know. Why not both?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I'm curious what's going on with the whole Thargoid thing though, because I know that there was like rumors, right, that there were like two factions of Thargoids. There was like a group of Thargoids, like there was some sort of like Thargoid civil war going on maybe, and one group of Thargoids was running from the other group of Thargoids, and the first group of Thargoids was going to like try and use humanity as a distraction, right? Like they were going to fly straight through the human bubble and then keep going while the ones that were chasing them would run into humanity and hopefully get stopped. I don't know if that storyline actually really ever happened or is still happening or is still in the works, or because that was all stuff that Drew Wager kind of like talked about in some of his lore streams, is that was the idea, but I don't think we ever saw any of that really materialize. Because what really happened in the game, right, was like they started to show up, they started to scan things, poking stuff, and then some combat and some things kind of like started to happen, and then they just disappeared. Like they started going into the bubble and they blew up a whole bunch of stations, and they're getting closer and closer to Sol, and then we pushed them back, and then they just disappeared for a while, and then now stuff's starting to happen again, but out like in the Coalsack Nebula and places. So I'm curious what the storyline is with the Thargoids.
System scan complete. Fuel
So, Coalsack Nebula, Sirius Corporation campaign to establish Marlinus. Okay, so now this is like the follow-up, I guess, to the Marlinus refugee crisis, right? Happened back in the 8th of December. And then now, so 2 days later, looks like Sirius Corporation is stepping in to do something. Let's see.
Sirius Corporation campaign to establish Marlinist colonies. Pilots Federation alert. Commodities are requested to create new settlements for Marlinist refugees who fled from the Empire to the Federation. Sirius Corporation has offered...
4, 3, 2,
Alright, so Sirius is trying to set up some stuff.
But to resolve the current standoff between superpowers by establishing colonies where the refugees can live independently. Myung Rui, CEO of Sirius Corporation, summarized his proposal. It is clear that the Marlinists cannot return to the Empire and are a destabilizing presence within the Federation. We offer an alternative by constructing permanent habitats for their population. These will be self-governed and may freely trade with the galactic community. Sirius cannot stand by while the risk of interstellar war increases. I sincerely hope this leads to a more stable and profitable period for us all. After intense debate, both Congress and the Senate accepted the proposal, with the proviso that any refugees identified as NMLA members will be returned to the Empire.
4, 3,
Jeez.
2, 1, engage.
Dr. Jenna Fairfax, a Marlinist community leader, also offered her approval. We were forced to abandon our entire lives because of our political beliefs. This at least gives us a chance to have homes again. Traders are asked to deliver atmospheric processors, auto-fabricators, structural regulators and water purifiers to Ellis Gateway in the BD plus 051146 system. From there, the Omega Merchant Command will distribute resources for the colonization of up to 10 uninhabited systems.
Wow. Okay, so
Drive charging.
Sirius Corporation sounds very altruistic in that broadcast. So these two big superpowers that are just warring with each other, and things are getting out of control. We can't let this erupt into nothing. We as Sirius Corporation will create a whole bunch of colonies for these people, free of charge, and we'll give it to them, no strings attached. They can run it however they want. Promise.
Fuel scooping.
Uh-huh.
Fuel scooping complete.
If you don't know, Sirius Corporation is... Sirius sounds very serious. Yes, that is a common joke. But Sirius Corporation, I think, is like
Shift drive
the
charging.
largest corporation in the galaxy, right? It is basically a government and a society onto itself, right? Like it's a corporate-run
4,
government, basically. It's huge, and it has, like, it owns a whole bunch of systems that they're considered independent, right? Like they're not a part of the Federation or the Empire or anybody, right? Like they're their own thing.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift
Whoops.
drive charging.
Wanted to check first.
Frameshift
go.
drive charging.
Suddenly, Bear. Yeah. So we're about
3,
an hour and a half into the stream.
1,
I think I'm gonna have to go take a bio break soon. You know what they say? Space colonization is serious business. All right, yep. Everybody get them all out.
Fuel filling complete.
Do you not have a... Do you not have a bottle like every good explorer? All right. What do we got here? Ooh, we got a water world. Where beest thou, water world? There we go. And then right there. Ooh, this looks... Everything's already showing up, but I don't see any of those, like, found by markers already. Okay. It's not that far out. We'll head on out there. Do some probing. I'll be here all night. Thanks, Bernie. And I've been here since before you arrived. Yes. All right, we're gonna go up to this beautiful water world. And we're gonna fly right past it, and then we're gonna come around and get it from the other side, because as you all know, you definitely want to approach a water world from the proper side. Yeah, that was all done. That was all on purpose. All right. Now I'm probably actually approaching from the wrong side because the sun's over there. So we don't want the dark side. We want the light side. Sunny side up. How much distance did you skip with the neutron star shenanigans? I think I cut off about, because there was only there was 2 neutrons and 2 was it white dwarfs or whatever. So I think we only cut off maybe like 10 jumps or so. Because 1 neutron was like 4 jumps. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's see. I will be right back. No. Okay, so we're going to leave it here. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of pop out. Whoops. And show you guys these beautiful planets. Whoops. Oh, come on. So I'm still got a key in there I don't want in there. So let's try that again. All right, you can see the bottom of my ship now. Let's just go. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. Anarchy, Waterworld. No. Yeah. Sorry. It's that confuses me too. At some, the beginning there, Anarchy is just so that's supposed to show you the state of the world, right? Like the government system or whatever. But basically anything that's unexplored, anything that's uninhabited, anything like all, excuse me, all that falls under Anarchy, which I think is weird. I think it should just be none or unexplored or uninhabited or something like that. But it's still a water world. So we will scan this. 9 probes. Oh my goodness. This feels like it's going to be a biggie. Let's see. What that does.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Only was hoping it's 10 times money. Yeah. If I did a lot more of them. So like, because I think it quadruples your jump range, right? Like a neutron star quadruples your jump range. So I want to go over here. So if you keep doing it, it adds up real quick, right? But if you only do like, we only hit like 2 or 3, right? So normally it would take 1 jump where you get 4. So that would only kind of boost us along like 10 or so, probably. Since it is not inhabited, that's a stupid declaration. I agree. Efficiency bonus. Like, yeah. If you want to make up a lot of time with neutrons and stuff, you got to basically just do nothing but neutrons.
Drive charging.
And that definitely does speed things up quite a bit, because basically you only have to do a quarter of the jumps then, right? So the longer you're going, the more. Hello. Hello. Oh, there we go. The longer your total trip, and the more of the neutrons that you use, the better it is. Oh, come on.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So you have to go all in. Like a special animation or such? Is there something special about it in game? You mean for the neutron stars? Well, neutron stars have you not seen a neutron star in game? They're crazy. Big pulsars. Hey, Silent Assassin. You haven't. All right. Well, let me see if we can plot. We'll plot to 1, and I'll do another hyperspace jump. Or sorry, I'll do a supercharge off of a neutron star for you. And not using them to jump farther either. Although I know in general how such a star could look like. Yes. Now, I'll show you the version of them in Elite Dangerous anyway. Are we nearly there yet? We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're over halfway there now. We're coming around the bend. When we come. All right. All right. Let's get away from here. So, if I bring up the galaxy map, let's see. Where are we right now? Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a blue white star. Okay. So, are there? What's this? F star. So if I go into here, let's take these off of the route again. But so non-sequence, so white dwarfs, we want non-sequence stars, so they're gray. So if I take everything off, do we have any around us right now? Doesn't look like it, huh? Yeah, see, if we go down below the galactic plane, there's quite a few of them. That's what I used to do, is we would fly down below the galactic plane a bit, and you'd find a whole bunch. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot on our route, huh? And I feel like we're not gonna run into a lot of these. I'd have to go quite a bit off of the beaten path to find one. White dwarfs. I do want to keep those on, I think. We keep jumping. Oh, what's going on? 53.
Drive charging.
I have to find one for you. Show you what they look like in game. We're getting there. Still 50% to go. Oh, we have less than 50% now. Can we stop and get snacks? Tree bark snacks, maybe. Yeah, that's right. That's okay. You don't have to go out of your way. Well, we'll find one. We'll find one eventually. Trust me. We'll find one eventually. And worst case scenario, once we get back to the bubble, we can explicitly go out and find one, and then jump around using them.
Fuel scooping complete.
Also, the current waypoint. So yeah, I can show you where we are. So right now we're about to cross into the next sector. So we're making progress. Like this is Sol sector. This is Sol right over here. This is the Sol sector. We're only 2 sectors away now from Sol. We're almost out of this sector. That's Beagle Point over here, 54.476 light years. Our waypoint, our next waypoint, is less than 10,000 light years away now. This is where we are heading. So it's 18,000 light years to the crazy lightning storm that we wanted to go see. Up here, this is where I was thinking of doing a quick little detour to kind of go see. Well, they're both about the same distance away. That's hilarious. To go see some of the Hawkins Gap sites, and then we would head home after that. But I'm just curious, because like we're heading for this random point here anyway. Progress indeed, yes. If I was to just kind of go down, white star, because there's a lot of neutrons below, like if you head down below the galactic plane. So I think they're kind of grayish is what we're looking for. Because I think they're non-sequence stars. Man. White dwarf. White star. Plot twist. You go so far down that you will make 0 extra ground while using these stars. Yeah, exactly. There's definitely that. There's that worry as well. Maybe you have to go up to, like, 'cause I think there's some neutron stars along the top too. So I'll check that in a minute. See if maybe, because I think we might, maybe we are, maybe we're actually kind of flying more along the canopy than below it, right?
3, 2, 1, engage.
We'll find one eventually. Actually, we hit a bunch of them on the beginning of the stream.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right, what do we have next up on the news docket? Don't want to prolong my journey. Oh, thank you. All right, so Cossack Nebula, Sirius Corporation, outpost planned for the roof of space. What's that all about?
Outpost planned for the roof of space. Multi-billionaire Zachary Rackham is constructing a permanent outpost at the farthest system above the galactic plane. The orbital outpost will be located within the HIP 58832 system.
4, 3, 2,
The HIP 58233 system.
This is commonly held to be at the galactic zenith, one of the highest locations that can practically be reached. The project is funded by the corporation Rackham Capital Investments with the close involvement of Universal Cartographics and several other scientific organizations. The outpost's location will make it ideal for gathering astronomical data on the overall structure of the galactic spiral. This historic scientific endeavor was remarked upon by Mr. Rackham from his private villa complex on the Rhea Archipelago. Back in my days of plying the trade routes in a second-hand Sidewinder, the idea of standing on the roof of space was an idle daydream. This new generation of pilots and ships will make my vision a reality. No doubt many important scientific observations will be made once the outpost is up and running, but more importantly, there'll be a bar, and the drinks are on me. A spokesperson for Rackham Capital Investments later confirmed that the outpost in the HIP 58832 system would be
4, 3, 2,
You're right. Darn billionaires is right.
operational on the 17th of December 3306, but clarified that there was no legal guarantee for beverage reimbursement.
That's awesome. That sounds like the name of a freaking Douglas Adams book, isn't it? The bar at the
scan complete.
roof of the galaxy. What was the name of it?
Fuel scooping complete.
Roof of space. Let's go to the bar at the roof of space. But you know what? It's gonna work, because guess what? I want to go to the bar at the roof of space.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh my goodness, that sounds hilarious. And you know, like, okay, with Odyssey coming, sigh. Yeah, exactly. And that's why billionaires get away with it.
3, 2,
But with Odyssey coming and walking around, and there's supposed to be, right, like some outposts and some stations, I believe, like areas and stations and stuff that you can go walk around in. So there'd better be an actual bar at the roof of space that you can go to and get
fuel
drinks.
scooping.
And those drinks better be free. He said they're free. The drinks are on him. When Odyssey comes out,
Scooping complete.
there better be a bar at the roof of space. I'm just saying. I have to let Frontier know.
Frameshift drive charging.
Better write down the system then. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah. Once we get into the next, I'll put a bookmark there at the name of the system. It might actually have a link to it.
4, 3,
Well,
2,
there is no legal guarantee for drink reimbursement. Either. Yeah, they did say that, didn't they? Darn fight, Brent. Ruins all the fun. Well, there's definitely some notable stellar phenomena in this system.
Fuel scooping complete.
PR nonsense, yeah. All right, so if we go over here, outpost at the roof of space. So let's go back to Gallant News. Lycon. All right. I'm not going to remember this, so let me go. I'm going to bring up a notepad, and I'm going to write down HIP 58832 is the system. Okay. And then what's the next one in the list here? Outpost plan for the roof of space. The next one is core dynamics. So I'm going to play this, but then
Core Dynamics funds takeover with ship discounts.
I'll pause it. And then we're going to open up here, and we're going to go find out where is this. And then we're going to put a bookmark here. And we're going to go HIP, edit, bar at the roof of space. Save. Oh, look at that. So it is way up there. Holy. Oh, they weren't kidding. Holy. But it's straight up like above Seoul, actually, huh? Like it kind of lines up a little bit right over the bubble. But look at that. Yep. So we're gonna make a trip to there eventually.
Pilots Federation
Frameshift
alert.
drive charging.
Prices for several Core Dynamics vessels have been temporarily reduced as part of an attempt to purchase Lakon Spaceways. The Shipbuilding Corporation has applied a 30% discount to sales of the Eagle Mark II.
4, 3, 2, 1.
At the Vulture. There is also a 20% discount on sales of Federal assault ships, Federal dropships and Federal gunships, although the Federal Navy rank requirements for each vessel continue to apply. The reduced prices are expected to last until the 30th of December 3306.
Fuel scooping.
Core Dynamics recently made a proposal to acquire rival company Lakon Spaceways, which rejected the offer, then applied markdowns to its own ships to increase short-term profits. The Alliance Tribune's business reporter Irfan Karim speculated on these developments. CEO
Frameshift
Jupiter
drive
Rochester
charging.
remains tight-lipped on the reasons for these discounts, but it seems likely that he is raising funds for a more aggressive bid. Rumors are circulating of Lakon investors being bribed to sell their shares or coerced into demanding
4, 3, 2, 1.
the board of directors accepts ownership by Core Dynamics. Many industry analysts are convinced that a hostile takeover of Lakon Spaceways is underway. If successful, we could see vessels that are commonly associated with the Alliance, such as the Chieftain and Type 10 Defender, manufactured by a federal corporation in the future.
Interesting.
Fuel scooping complete.
All right. Well, it's should rather A, not walk on the broken backs of his workers, and B, invest in real scientific advancement. Yeah, it's fits any billionaire, actually. True enough. We have to go there now. Yeah, I do have to go there now. I don't know if it's there yet though, right? Like when was the that was posted in December. right? Core dynamics. That was the 11th of December. Is constructing a permanent outpost. I don't think that. Oh, spokesperson, yada yada yada, would be operational on the 17th of December, 3306. All right, so we are on engineers boost ship module upgrading. So I'm going to add this to the playlist. Is it now next up on the playlist? Okay, but oh, let's line up over here with this guy. And if there won't be a station, I expect a strongly worded forum post. Yes, Gary, there will be a strongly worded forum post. Literally unplayable. Well, now after the new update, you will not reach Seoul before New Year's anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess that, like, if there's a station there, like, one of the big reasons to push back for Seoul was to turn in all my data.
System scan complete.
So if there's actually a station there with universal cartographics, and it sounds like it's supposed to be a scientific station, so there should be universal cartographics. So I wonder, like, would that might not be a bad place to actually, like, celebrate New Year's, right? It's the roof of the roof of space. Have a drink at the roof of space. It's too bad that Odyssey's not out, because then I could literally, like, go sit down at the bar and have a drink at the roof of space. You explored so far out, and you only are Pioneer in rank. So sad. Well, Pioneer is the one right before Elite. That's the second to last one. And I'm 96% Pioneer. Or 92, sorry. Numbers are hard.
Fuel scooping.
I imagine I've already acquired enough to get to Elite.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I know it is kind of weird, right? Pioneer to Elite. Strange jump. I mean, not turning your data in until you reach the station. Well, I can't turn my data in until I get back to the bubble anyway, right? So I need to get somewhere where I can turn in the data.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, do you want to risk it? I don't know. I don't know how hard it would be to get up there, and how much time it would take. Like, is it going to be? Am I going to have to do a bunch of, like, injections and things trying to get there? Well, yeah, but the bubble is also full of pirates. Yeah, but there's 2 points there. One is I'm in my private group, so at least the pirates that I would run into are NPCs, not people. And two, if I'm really concerned about it,
Fuel scooping.
I could call the Iridium Wing again, and they could escort me back into the bubble. But I wouldn't be able to stream that, right? Because that would stream snipers would see me being brought in by the Iridium Wing, and they would go after us, right? So that can't be streamed, which is why I made a YouTube video out of it in the past, was because I could record it and then post it for a later date, but I couldn't do it live. I was wondering if you play online. Oh, well, so this is all online, but there are 3 different modes, right? There's solo mode, private group, and public mode. And I normally just play in my private group. So it's kind of like semi-public in the sense that it is, like, there are a bunch of humans that are all part of my private group. But there are people that are a lot less likely to gank you. I've never had any trouble with ganking in my private group, and that would be a
Fuel scoop disengaged.
ejectable offense anyway, unless
Frameshift
it's sanctioned
drive charging.
PvP, like a planned event that everybody is on board with. I don't allow that. I only played in my private group too. Yeah, there you go. I might like, I guess once I get like, I have this whole idea, right, of trying to actually become a good combat pilot when I get back to the bubble. So I'm thinking at some point, once I feel good, like that I'm actually capable of defending myself against human players, I might start playing in open. So we'll see.
Fuel scooping.
And it also, I guess, depends what I'm doing, right? Do I want my stream to be assaulted by, like, by people? Right, like, depends what I'm up to in stream, right? If I'm just trying to do something or show something, I'll probably just play in the private group. But if the point of the stream is combat, then I might go out into public once I feel like I'm able to actually not die all the time. Where are you? Hello? I feel like I went all the way around here. Where are you? There's 43. I don't really want to. Maybe it's around. Oh my goodness. No. Where is it? Okay, and then another one right here. Wow. There's 3 of them. All in generally the same area, which is good. Oh, but they're all out here. Oh, 148,000? How long is that going to take? What does it say? I don't know if it's worth going to these 3. Because the over-equipped swines. Oh yeah, being preferred for that or having the funds to deal with it is different. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, oh wow, yeah, like this is gonna be. I don't know if these worlds are worth. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. It's not worth that much time to go out there. I found them. They've been plotted. I'll turn in the data, but somebody else can go. Probe them. So yeah, so there might be dedicated streams where when I feel like I can deal with public, I might go do some public streams that are around combat, right? Because you can only get so good off of NPCs eventually. Whoa, here you go. This is a neutron star. So now you get to watch me try not to kill myself. So you fly alongside the neutron star. And then as you get close, you slow down and you fall into the cone of the neutron star.
Frameshift drive
And then you boost, you full speed out, full speed out, full speed out. And then you're totally cool and calm. And you didn't freak out at all. And then you know, do a beautiful 240 light year jump. That's how it's done.
Frameshift drive charging.
Very nice. There you go. So that's actually, before I do that, I'll turn around. I'll keep lined up with this, but I'll turn around and show you it in all of its glory. How far away am I already? Oh, I'm already pretty far away. Never mind.
Drive charging.
But yeah, you saw it pretty close up there. Very nice, and you survived. Yes. I've actually done a lot of neutron star boosting in the past, so I just haven't done it in a few years, right? So I was like a little nervous if I still remember how to do it properly. And after I did it a couple of times, I was like, yeah, I remember how to do this. But there you go, 240 light year jump. How about a prediction?
Fuel scooping.
So how about a prediction? What do you mean by prediction? What is the lore reason for the supercharge? Because science? It's something to do with... See, the funny thing is about the lore of this game and frameshift drives and hyperdrives is the common everyday person, which includes players of the game. We don't actually know how these things are constructed. They are a highly guarded secret. Do you remember that? Do you remember that Sirius Corporation? You know, they are the inventors of the hyperdrive. They invent, and it was invented. It was invented just before like the first year of the game. So I think like 3 years. It was invented like, so the official start of the game itself was 3300. And I think the the new drive that this entire, like what we're seeing here, was invented and released to the public, like production released to the public in 3297, I think it was. So like 3 years before the launch of the game, but you know, meta-wise. And it was a massive technological improvement over the previous jump drives, right? The previous jump drives you could only jump from system to system, and you would arrive way out on the outside of it, and have to fly in, and it would take a long time. Like there was no Super Cruise. Super Cruise is brand new as of 33 or 3297 or something of that nature, which and this completely changed everything in the world, right, or in the galaxy, and that's how like the game starts, right? It's like, hey, there's this brand new drive, and it's now become common enough that it's getting into everyday ships, and it's changed everything, right? But because of that, it's a highly guarded secret, and there is rumors that the hyperdrive might be based on Thargoid technology. There's rumors that some of this knowledge and some of this technology was actually, because there's rumors about the last Thargoid war, and that the Alliance made some kind of deal with the Thargoids to end the war, right? Because there was the whole Myconoid thing and the genocide plague and all that kind of stuff. So there's all these rumors around. None of it's known, right? Whether any of it's true or not. But because of that, to go back to your actual question about what's the lore behind why does a neutron star affect, I haven't actually explicitly looked, so there might be something more, but I think that it's kind of like shrouded in, like, people figured out that, like, people just tried it and figured out that it did good stuff, and then that kind of went around the community, but there's still a lot of mystery around it, maybe. Prediction is a Twitch tool where viewers can bet on the outcome of stuff that the streamer is doing. Oh! Still learning all this Twitch stuff.
Fuel scooping.
So techno, yeah, techno, nano, or what did you say? Techno babble nonsense. There we go. Oh yeah, Waterworld. Did it again. Okay, you look doable. Yeah, insert technobabble here. Yeah, that was a running joke, or not running joke, but that was actually what they did in Star Trek, right? They would write the scripts and they would just have like little, insert technobabble here type of a blurb and throw out the scripts, and then somebody else would later on go and like try and fill it in with Trekkie technobabble. All right, let's get it to 7. Slow it down. So the gravity well problem, yeah. So the gravity well problem. I try to kill myself. Hey, it helps with jumping. I try to kill myself. Yeah, it helps with jumping. Yeah. The gravity well problem. So yeah, and there is no artificial gravity in Elite Dangerous, but yeah, the gravity well problem. And although there are the funny thing is that there's a bunch of like exclusion zones around things as well. So you can't actually, and this is something that this is actually something that I hope changes eventually in Elite Dangerous, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that should really be super dangerous and kill you in this game, like a black hole, but you actually can't fly into a black hole and kill yourself, right? And I'm assuming that they've put these exclusion zones around this stuff in the game because maybe eventually they're planning on implementing something cool, right? But they just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I'm hoping that they get around to it at some point. That's 6 probes. But yeah, so like with neutron stars and stuff too, eventually, basically, if you get too close to planets you can't land on, or black holes, or neutron stars, or anything, they've got these exclusion zones around them, and then you basically just get dropped out of supercruise, get pulled into normal space, and in some cases, they I think with neutron stars, you will take a bunch of damage, right, and it eventually will blow you up, but you can't actually fly into it. But with black holes, I don't know if they've changed this with black holes, but in the past, when I was out at Sagittarius A, and I think there is a video with Bulls and I doing black hole testing, and where we basically tried to fly into it, and we were rubber banding against it, and we couldn't actually get in. It wouldn't let us get close enough, and it wasn't hurting us either, so it was weird. So I'm hoping that they implement some of that kind of stuff eventually, because I think space should be dangerous.
Frameshift drive charging.
You did not know that the whole thing about the rumors about the Thargoid technology and the Alliance and the alien tech rumors for the frameshift drive? Yeah, it's pretty neat actually.
3, 2, 1.
Maybe, although a safety that prevents you from being a moron and killing yourself like black holes is an understandable thing. Yes, I agree. I agree from a gameplay perspective. If people but I was doing it on purpose. I wanted to fly into a black hole. What I think would be really fun is, like, if you flow too close to a black hole, right? You get to a point where you can't get out anymore, right? Something like that maybe. And then although we have faster than light ships, so I guess you could, right? Because we can go faster than light, so we can actually escape it. But like if you flew into it, and I don't know how much work it would be to make it look cool, but like basically you would get caught by the black hole, get pulled in, and then you would spaghettify. I think that would be a fun way, and then eventually you just get pulled in and die.
Frameshift drive charging.
Actually, a thing that really peeved you off about No Man's Sky even prevents you from ramming yourself into the planet. Yeah, actually, that I didn't like that either. You can't actually crash. It stops you, pulls you up, and lands you as if you were not needed, like driving around on support wheels. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it does feel like you have the training wheels on in that game. But I mean, people that come from games like this probably feel that. But Uh, that game is going for a very different vibe. It's not a space sim, so I get it. That was their design choice.
Fuel scooping complete.
You would need to get pulled in over centuries, though. Yeah. In Star Citizen, you can crash and die horribly. Yes, you can. Well, in this game, you can too on landable planets, right? So, like, if you go to an actual planet that is landable in this game and you just fly straight into it, you crash and you blow up.
Frameshift drive charging.
That is totally a thing. Same with their buggies. Like if you're driving around on mountains and you fall off the side of a cliff, boom, right? So like it's all there. It's just that the actual stuff that they haven't implemented yet, I feel like what they've done is they basically just put they put a exclusion zone box around it, right, or sphere around it in the game, and then you just can't get past it, right? Like you hit up against an invisible wall, and shield, planetary shields. So I think eventually they will implement something, right? But that's just kind of like their placeholder, I guess. Since they haven't implemented it, they've just zoned it off. But I'm hoping something cool happens one day. There are a few planets where my insides are scrambled over thousands of square kilometers. Nice. If I remember correctly, when I left for Beagle Point as part of Distant Worlds 2,
Frameshift drive charging.
the very first planet that we were supposed to all meet at, I like crashed into it. It's kind of funny because gravity is a thing in this game, and I believe it was a very high, like it was a high gravity planet, and I totally underestimated how much thruster power I needed to not crash into the planet. And I remember I had to like turn around and go back and get repaired and keep going. That's funny. Whoop. Oh my goodness.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Yeah, that can happen for sure. Yeah, there's still a whole bunch of stuff that they can do in this game, right? Like it's
Frameshift drive
like
charging.
they've been developing it for 6 years, but there's still so much more potential to this game. Like obviously all of the atmospheric planets. So we're in Odyssey we're getting tenuous atmospheres, but then there's still all of the non-tenuous stuff, which I'm hoping comes eventually as well. Like gas giants and Jovians and Earth-likes and water worlds and volcanic planets and all kinds of stuff that they still can do. And then obviously like black holes. I think there should be some cool implementation of black holes and other things like that.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
6 years already. Yeah, it was 3306, right? Actually, we're heading into year 7, right? It'll be in what, 2 days? It'll be 3307. Well, let's hope it will get fleshed out even more. I hope so too. Doesn't sound like, from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like Frontier is looking to stop development on Elite Dangerous anytime soon. I think back in the Kickstarter days, so like 6-7 years ago, before it was released, I think there was talk of it being like a 10-year project, right? They had like a 10-year plan
Fuel scooping.
for all of the things they wanted to do in the game. So I guess we're getting close to that, right? We're getting close to 10 years, but
Fuel scooping complete.
we still got 3 more years. 4 more years. Well, I guess if you count the beginning or the end of the 10 years, I don't know. But before that, and then if the game is going strong, just like any MMO probably, like if the game is going strong, they're still making money, people are still playing it, and they're not bored of it, I guess, they'll probably keep going.
4, 3,
Yeah, by the way, you have 2 days to reach the bubble. I know. I know. It's the 29th. I think I'm a lot closer than most people thought
Fuel scooping.
I could get by this point. And there is, like, I have done some progress off stream as well to try and get where we are now. But I think I've done pretty good, like, generally speaking.
Frameshift drive charging.
Maybe some more neutron stars are necessary. Maybe. Would they not try to go with the current tech and rather make another iteration?
3, 2, 1.
Would they not try to go with the current tech or rather make another? Do you mean like start over? Like upgrade the engine or things of that nature? Like, oh, like ED2. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot built into this already, and I know that, from what I understand, the Odyssey update not only includes walking around, but I guess they did some major fundamental overhauls and refactoring to the core engine. So that might be their approach, right? Is not to like start from scratch again, but when they do these big updates, that they kind of like do some major refactorings or major rebuilding of engines under the hood, right? And then reapply them in a big update. If you had... they can convert most of what they've done, probably. That is what other studios do, like Opera Docs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their internal plans are, but I imagine that, like, as the game gets bigger and more people use it and they run into more problems and things they need to overcome, right? They're probably there's a whole lot of just trying to overcome those problems with the current tech, but I wouldn't be surprised if they've also got, like, you know, another branch offshoot where they're like maybe rebuilding some like major aspects of it under the hood, and then taking what they've done and reapplying it on top, or which I think is what they might have been doing with the O was paradox. Oh, the O was a typo. Paradox. Oh, I see. Gotcha. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe after like 10 years they say, cool, we're starting on Elite 2. ED2. I don't know. Because there's definitely something to be said for taking everything you've learned and starting over. But there's a lot to rebuild if they do that.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Were we, I think we had something queued up, right? Engineers boost. Let's try that.
Engineers boost ship module upgrading. Pilots Federation alert. The effectiveness of
That's true.
3, 2,
Didn't have to rebuild the database.
Engineers upgrading for ship modules will be boosted until the 7th of January 3307. During this time, engineered weapons and modules will receive increased augmentation for the same amount of materials. This will apply to every workshop in Alliance, Imperial, Federal and Independent space. Laurie Jameson, an engineer based in the Shinrata Desra system, provided details to Vox Galactica on how this collaboration came about. After the Eurybia incident, some of us contacted Ms. Ryder and offered our support.
drive charging.
It was horrifying how her expertise had been abused by the NMLA, leaving her unfairly maligned as a terrorist supporter. There were concerns that her situation might reflect badly on engineers in general. We soon established communication links
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
between every workshop and agreed to offer a universal boost to upgrades. Hopefully this will remind pilots how much we value their custom and that we remain a trustworthy resource. Mel Brandon, one of 4 engineers in the Colonia region, commented, "It's about time that we all started talking to each other. Our services are valuable to the whole galaxy. We deserve better protection. Maybe we have to start protecting ourselves."
Complete.
Engineers boost ship module upgrading. Pilots Federation alert.
Oh, it started over again. That's interesting. Some more water worlds. Where are you? Come out, wherever you are. This is annoying when this happens. See, like, why wouldn't it have given me the proper zoom further up for this one? Like, they were in here, and that's what I was looking for. Why wouldn't they show it to me? Oh, the system's been explored. First discovered. Oh, it hasn't been mapped, though. But
Frameshift drive charging.
After seeing more of ED than I am really missing the build aspect from X, though. Yeah, there's no like actual building. Like when you say building, you mean like actual like building like bases and building like what kind of building? Because there's modification in this game, but there's no building. Stations, yeah, okay. Like you can modify, like the engineers, the report that we just listened to, right, was the engineers, and you go in and you can modify your components on your spaceship and stuff, but that's it. I don't know, like, I mean, who knows where they're going with the game, right? That doesn't seem like something I've heard about, though, any kind of, like, player construction.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
You can also build fabrication complexes that make all the missiles you need, or something. Yeah, like, and there's none of that in this game. Yeah, there's none of that in Star Citizen, though, either, right? Like, there was a game that I played a little bit a few months back too that it's all about building, right? What was it? Dual Universe was a neat concept, but it's super grindy. I don't know if I have the time or the patience for the amount of grind, and it really does require like a group, like a large group of people to all work together on things to make it plausible.
Frameshift drive charging.
You can also build fabrication complexes and make all the missiles. Oh yeah, I saw that one. And the headquarters can build ships for you. Oh, cool.
4, 3, 2.
As is tradition. So still grinding. So I missed that. Oh, a game called Dual Universe. So I've had early access to that game for a while. So it's kind of like, yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah. I don't know if you saw any of that we. Like I streamed a bit of it. I had several streams in it a few months ago.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I heard not many good things about that. Like it's a
Scooping complete.
like I it seems good for what it is, right? But oh hey Boris. But it just takes so long to do anything. And if that's what they're going, like, I think the reason for it is that they're going for that you need to build an organization, have a bunch of people, like, create a whole bunch of like, the automation systems in it is pretty crazy, right? But it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of people, right, to make it all go. But
3, 2,
that's the MMO problem. Yeah, true enough. I'd be happy watching you grind in Dual Universe for weeks, but I don't really want to do it myself. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, Boris, right? Is like, I would grind in that game, but I would want you there grinding with me.
fuel scooping.
And reason why I stay for most MMOs, yeah. So it's one of the things about this, like this particular MMO. I don't mind MMOs, but my philosophy on them, I guess, is more along the lines of like, I want to be able to do things on my own as well as do things with other people, right? And I think that Elite does seem to have a bit of a nice balance there, right? There's a bunch of stuff you could do with your friends, but then there's also a whole bunch of stuff, like most of the game is accessible to you as an individual as well, right? You don't have to have like a ton of people helping you do every last little thing to make any kind of progress. Is it worth the effort though? You can have fun in 10 other great games instead. Yeah, and I don't know, right? Like, there's a few people in the NID community that have been, playing a lot of it, and and like I did a couple of streams where I was kind of like showing off the factories that they built and stuff, and it's amazing, right? Like, they've got this massive automation system going on, and I remember when I built my first factory, like I streamed, my first few streams was me just trying to do everything on my own. In my own little sanctuary area, and I built a little factory that and I was, it was extremely satisfying. But then it was like, oh god, okay, now to ramp this up, this is going to take me forever, and I need people to help, right? True, the mix is important, and one would need to have friends. Yeah, true. I think when it's done, and obviously with the NID group, there's quite a few people in the NID group that were interested in the game, and they're still playing the game. So, like, if we really wanted to give it a go, we probably could. But I think it would require a level of, like, coordination that our group is not really capable of. Boris, you can correct me if I'm wrong there, but
Fuel scooping.
so planning isn't really our thing.
Fuel scooping complete.
I think when it's done, you could get Eve-like stories out of it. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Boris. Totally agree.
Frameshift drive.
Because it's all, like, everything is player built, right? Which is really cool. I bet it can be great, but it feels like enslavement to me. Yeah, I know. It feels too much like the real world. Feels too much like yeah. Like, you honestly in that game, I imagine that you ultimately need to start, and Boris probably love this, but you need to pull out spreadsheets, and like you probably need like full on accounting and like factory management. Like, you could probably actually hire a factory production manager to like run your factories in the game. Like real world factory management jobs and accounting and like all that kind of stuff. Would like you would end up learning how to do all those things just to play the game, and it's like, that's, I don't know. Seems a little bit much. MMOs have never been my thing though. Minecraft is about as grindy as I get. Yeah, and see that again, Minecraft is a perfect example of a game where if you get a bunch of people together, you can do some really cool stuff, but you can do everything in the game on your own, right? It's not so grindy that one person can't experience pretty much everything the game offers on their own, right? Now you can do a lot of stuff faster with a bunch of people, and you can do probably some pretty grand projects with a bunch of people, but the base core aspect of the game is available to the individual. And I'd say the same is true about Elite, right? You can play this game. I got my dad into this game, and he loves it. He's taken like any like played for like, he's retired, so like all day every day for months on end until he got to the point where he took a break from it, and he's playing other stuff now. And he's probably coming back to it when when Odyssey comes out and stuff. But he was able to basically do all of the things that he wanted to do in the game all by himself. He's never played like with anybody else.
Frameshift drive charging.
For example, there is a game called Echo. Oh, we've played that one, I think, right? Like Boris, we were looking at doing something like that. But yeah, same idea right there, where it's like you actually have to have a whole bunch of people, where you work together on a server for normally 30 days to destroy a meteor that will destroy all life. Still, it stresses me to sacrifice a whole month of real time in that game. Yeah. I'll head up the accounting department, of course, Boris. I knew you would. But yeah, like we were looking at playing that game too, but yeah, like people have to specialize, and it does simulate life very well. And I think that was the whole point of that game. It was built as an educational tool, I think, for schools and stuff, like to actually teach people, like kids, how to like all the different ways, like how to life. I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging.
A job would be more satisfying. At least you get paid there to do it, not have to do it, and do not have to pay for doing real work. Yeah. Oh well, if you want to dedicate your life to it, yeah. I had my own server recently, and me and a few people from our community played it for 6 weekends. It was a lot of fun, but it took a vast amount of time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like the whole do it for real or do it in a game. I mean, the one benefit of doing it in a game over doing it for real is that you don't really have a boss. It's not like if you don't do it, you're not going to get fired and not be able to eat, right? So, and you should be doing it because it's fun in different ways, right? Not because it's like life. And there's a lot of people that love that stuff. Power to them. Hey, Apple. Ah, he's back. How you doing? Still jumping.
3, 2, 1.
What I heard from Eve, you do have a boss there. Perfect. Oh my god. Talk about recreating the real world in a game, right? Who knows? Maybe that's the future of the world. We're going to protect virtual reality technologies, and we'll just move all economies into the game worlds, and everybody will just jack in and live there. It'll be like the Matrix, but we will do it voluntarily to ourselves. There will be no AI that is using us as batteries. You're bad at playing Echo, right, Apple? Just polluting and refusing to stop. I have Echo's good fun. So second life, you mean? Yeah, basically. Yeah. Basically. Yeah, polluting is my hobby. Nice, Apple. Yeah. Well, that's what virtual worlds are for. Is we get it all out of your system playing a virtual game, and then let's do it properly in the real world so that we have a place to live.
Frameshift drive charging.
Some people are the solution and others are the problem, it seems. Yep. Welcome back to real life. Well, all just so you know, all people problems, like all the problems that we have as human beings, are people problems. If we get rid of all people, there would be no people problems. Be that simple. Bernie Bear is definitely the problem. Oh, Bernie.
Fuel scooping complete.
Just complete massacre and it will all be fun. Yeah, complete species disappearing from the galaxy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Laura Wolf, welcome back. Hey, I promise I will not talk about nerdy stuff. That's fine. We like nerdy stuff here. The rivers of blood will clean the world. Oh my god. You came in... Please don't ban. You came in at the right moment there, Laura Wolf. It's like, hey, how's it going? The rivers of blood will clean the world. Yeah, you came in at the tail end of another conversation. Oh, goodness. Everything will be cleansed. Too funny. Never mind, I was just planning genocide. Yeah, of the entire human race. Yeah, we hate everybody equally. So just wipe out all of us.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let me help, please. Oh, goodness.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Gary just wants to exterminate. No big deal.
System scan
Exterminate.
complete.
Exterminate.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I feel like some poking is happening again.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Poke. Poke, 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 poke. But the heart helped, right?
Fuel scooping.
Alright, I found out that an Asp Explorer is actually better passenger transporter than the Dolphin. Really? Well, yeah, I guess the Dolphin is pretty small passenger liner, right? Like, the Dolphin's the smallest passenger liner. So that maybe that doesn't surprise me. Asp Explorer is a nice ship too. I like the Asp Explorer, but I don't know if the Beluga is out of your price range. But that's a big passenger liner. The Beluga. And there's another one, right? Isn't there another? There's the Dolphin, the Beluga. I thought there was another passenger liner. Is there another passenger liner? Orca. Thank you. The Orca. But I think the Beluga is the biggest one, right? The biggest, baddest. It's so big that it actually has to retract its dorsal fin or whatever before it goes into the
Fuel scooping complete.
mail slot. Like, it actually has to, like, collapse down to fit. I think it's the only ship in the game that has to do that. No. Are you over here? Yes, you are. Hello, Waterworld. I did it again. Oh, you are super far away. We're not going there. Bye.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's the biggest of the whales. So it would make sense. True enough. Yep. Though I only have 26 millions.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I've got the same problem. You've only got 26 millions, Boris. Behave, Boris. Not the biggest whale. You're saying that you're a sperm whale. Oh, behave.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh boy. Welcome, Laura Wolf. I swear it's not always like this.
Drive charging.
That said, it is always like this when Boris is here. And when Gary and Bernie are here, there's definitely poking. Always love this chat. Good. Good. I'm glad to hear it. So, Anubis, how long till you win this game? Yes.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I love the yes. An ammonia world. Let's go find some Thargoids. We're still a little far out for that, I think. Doop 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 boop 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 boop. Are you gonna be behind start? Please don't be behind start. Oh 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 oh! I saw a little thingy over here. You hiding over there? Nope, nope, you're not. Oh, there we go. Hi. Found you. All right. That's doable. We can go there. How are we doing for 111 jumps to the next waypoint? We started off at 254 jumps at the beginning of the stream, so we're doing pretty good. I was wrong, actually. The beluga is smaller than the orca. Oh, is it? Oh, you mean in real life or in the game? Yes, orca is the big whale. Orcas can be almost 10 meters in length. Belugas are 6 meters max. Wowzers. In real life. But I think the beluga is the biggest one in the game, right? Going for accuracy. So are you streaming tonight, Boris? Or my night? I guess your morning? Or are you doing it later on your night? Yeah, who needs real life associations anyway? It could help players. How dar. Alright, let's not crash into this planet. Do 6 probes. Let's see. Borib? What's a Borib? Beluga, 84 million. Orca equals 48 million. Wow.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Hope you don't make it, Boris. What? Did I miss something? Perfect conditions to stream, Boris. Like every. Did I call you out? Oops, sorry. I'm going to be throwing. I'm going to be thrown away in a bin. Stream that. Being thrown in a bin. Should be streaming tonight regardless. Only poking between me and Bernie, indeed. True. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Did it. I did it. Oh, did it. Yeah, no, we're making progress, but I don't know if we're making enough progress. So here, let's do a quick update. Here we are. We are now officially into this sector of space right here. My current waypoint is here, so 110 jumps away is there. We started this stream like way back here. And then here we have a really cool thing to see along the way. And then I was considering, whoa, what just happened? I'm now plotting directly to here. It looks like I am. And then here, there's a bunch of really cool stuff that we could see as well, but that's a bit of a backtrack. And then here's the bubble. So we are currently like 26,000 light years away from the bubble. Am I still plotting a course? I am. So I guess we're just plotting straight to there now. I think I've missed a bunch of stuff in the chat. It won't be without any consequences, though. Thargoids. Yeah, no, things are moving. Wow, things are moving. But Thargoids are eating people, so all is good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, the poking continues.
4, 3, 2.
We even got Harry Potter spells going off in the chat. Laura Wolf wants to betray humanity for the insects, essentially. I, for one, welcome our Thargoid overlords.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, Warhammer Floaty K? Sorry, my bad. I don't know much about Warhammer. Excessive force. Genocide in the world. Yeah, I hear Warhammer is pretty extreme. But I honestly don't really know anything about Warhammer. An ammonia world? What are you? All right. So we want to find this water world. Nopers? 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 Yippers. Sorry, when I read that, yeah, my bad, Bernie. When I looked over real quick, it looked like that. What was that one where when they kill somebody with the wand? It's like starts with an E. Like I can't remember now. Warhammer is also pretty dumb. If space Nazis are the good guys, everything must be twisted and stupid. Wow. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on in that world. In my opinion, Stellaris has the best World Destroyer animation. Yeah, I like Stellaris. Stellaris is a great game. I did a whole series on Stellaris on my old channel. I don't know if I actually ever finished, though. I don't think I did. Oh, where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come back. Nobody ever said the Empire of Man was good guys. Yeah, that's very true. The disarm spell, yeah. Expelliarmus, yeah, something like that. Sounds right. Yeah, Stellaris is a pretty good game. Speaking of space Nazis, what was that stupid movie? Was it where they were like they were hiding away on the far side of the moon or whatever? And they're riding dinosaurs. Should I bring popcorn? Moon Nazis, indeed. Was it Iron Sky? I think maybe that was the name of that movie. The Messages Bears Wars. Yeah, Iron Sky. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's continue on our way. I'm feeling like I might be getting to the desperate mode where I don't even scan anymore and I just jump. Just jump. Has 2 dinosaurs in it. Oh, the second one does, but the first one didn't. I see. That's a movie I've actually seen. Boris. Oh my god. You've seen Iron Sky, but you haven't seen all of the other references that we make. Oh my god. Wow. Oh. Oh. That's actually extremely appropriate. That works. That's too good. Oh. Gas that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Boris knows no pop culture references. It's a lie. Okay. Well, it sounds like Boris knows no pop culture references except for the references, like the horrible references that nobody should know.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Thanks. Still better than the bias of the movie T-34. T-34 was a movie that shot every tank. It was a Tiger one. Yeah, some movies just don't care about accuracy, historical accuracy at all. Actually, you know, most of them probably don't. There's a few that really try to get it right.
Fuel scooping complete.
Iron Sky, and there's a video game. There's a game. Oh my god, Gary. Oh my god, there's a Steam game for Iron Sky. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Frameshift drive charging.
So Boris, are we playing that on Streamvestor? And it is awesome. Is it a multiplayer game or a single player game? Man, do you get to ride a dinosaur? I don't want to play it if I don't get to ride a dinosaur. I want to be firing a machine gun on the back of a dinosaur as it rides me across the moon into an enemy encampment, and it poops bombs.
Fuel scooping.
Nope, and it's single player. That is Dino D-Day minus the moon. Dino D-Day? What? Oh my god. Dino D-Day is amazing. I was trying to come up with the most ridiculous concept for a game based on Iron Sky, and it sounds like it was made.
Frameshift drive.
God, Dino D-Day. Oh my god. Good times, good times.
3, 2, 1.
And you really thought that would not have been made already? I don't know what I was thinking. You're right. That was a silly thought. I don't know what I was thinking. I did not think that one through. Nope. Nope, didn't think it through at all.
Fuel scooping.
Oh boy.
Fuel scooping complete.
Good times, good times. Whoa. There she blows. It's real close to them. That damn there star. There must be a not such a hot star of a water world this close and get all boiled away. Overflying. Ooh. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. You're not slowing down. Slow down. Slow down. Gravity. Slow me down. It's fine if you don't get it right, but at least be believable. I mean, come on, 72mm cannon piercing the front of a 132mm thickness. Why wouldn't that work? Seems logical to me. What it misses in mass, it makes up for in velocity. I mean, that's how it works, right? All right, 7. So I want to go 1, and then boom, and boom.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Invasion from the moon via zeppelins from space. In space, yeah, exactly. Space zeppelin.
Surface scan complete.
What's not to love? Space zeppelins. Moon invasion. It's got all the things. No worries. On the delayed send there. Flying saucers. Speaking of, oh my God, invasion from Mars. What was that? Space attacks or Mars attacks? Mars attacks. Oh my God.
Frameshift drive charged.
One of the most ridiculous movies ever, and I love it. Oh my God, Mars Attacks was amazing. I love that movie. Boris, you gotta watch Mars Attacks. You'll love Mars Attacks.
4, 3, 2.
You should do a Mars Attacks. What's that? Synchronized Mars Attacks reaction, watching video or whatever that crazy thing is that kids do these days. Whoa, get out of there. Oh my God, that was scary.
Fuel scooping.
Exactly. I love that movie, Mars Attacks.
Fuel scooping complete.
Cult classic. uh,
Frameshift drive charging.
yes and no. Penetration equals velocity x mass. Yeah. For sure. Actually hated Mars Attacks. That's fine. I think Mars Attacks is one of those things where it's like you either loved it or you hate it. There's no in between. I don't think with that movie. The angle of the armor and the material and type of the projectile needs to be taken into account. Yeah. Like if they're armor piercing and stuff like that too, right?
Fuel scooping.
We can't agree on it being stupid. Yep. I totally agree.
Fuel scooping
But it's
complete.
just my kind of stupid. It's my kind of stupid. Was that a ammonia water world? Oh, just a water world. Okay. I thought it was like, what? Ammonia water world? Do. The only sci-fi movie that was breathtaking for you was Interstellar. I enjoyed that movie. It definitely had some problems too, but well done. Some of my favorite, one of my favorite. I don't know if you'd call it sci-fi or I don't know, because it kind of takes place now time-ish, right? But Contact, the book was amazing, and the movie I really love. And then there was a more recent one. Was it Arrival? I really enjoyed Arrival as well. That was well done. Yeah, Interstellar was good. I enjoyed that. After half of it went right out the window with everything. Yeah. It was enjoyable though. Yeah, exactly. It had philosophy mixed in with science. Yeah, it did. But bickering over the gun in the trash. Arrival was the one where the alien looked like her father, right? Contact was the one where the alien looked like her father. You mean LOA, right? Where they build the machine? That was Contact. Arrival was the one where it was a bunch of like pseudopods, right? Like there was a bunch of ships came to Earth, and then they went to visit them, and they had to figure out how to talk to them. It was a language one, yeah, the newer one, yeah. Really good movie. Really good movie. Yeah, Contact is really good though, and if you enjoy the movie, I highly recommend reading the book. It's written by Carl Sagan.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Although again, very phantasm nonsense at the end. Of Arrival? Well, yeah. I don't want to talk about the ending if people in the chat haven't seen it, but very interesting ending. Yeah. Where are we here? I want that button. There we go. Yeah, won't spoil it. Yeah, no spoilies. I think worth a watch though, in my opinion. Really enjoyed it. but only because I watched it at work when I shouldn't have. Oh, just for Bernie's record, I've seen Interstellar. You've seen Interstellar and Arrival, but only because you watched it at work when you shouldn't. Nice.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nice.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Whoa, go. I hate that. Okay.
Fuel scooping.
Let's not die. Let's not die. Oh, so Boris, I was listening to the news channel in Elite Dangerous, and I found out that there's a project happening where some billionaire is creating a bar at the top of the universe, or at the top of the galaxy. So I bookmarked it, and we're gonna have to go here at some point. But see up here? Way up here. There's some billionaire is making a bar. Right up there.
Frameshift drive charging.
If Odyssey was out and walking around was already a thing, then I would suggest that we all go there and have our New Year's party at the bar at the roof of space. Maybe next year. I don't work there anymore, but back then I would stop working every time my boss did something bad or annoying. So towards the end I was watching TV more than working. Nice. Once I jumped smashing into a star,
Fuel
I
scooping.
exited FSD.
Fuel scooping.
You smashed into a star. Well, there used to be back in the earlier days when you would
Charging.
jump into a system, and it was a system that had, like, a binary or a trinary stellar system. There was a chance that you could actually show up like in between two stars, right? And that was definitely causing some trouble. So that they rejiggered it so that you always came in kind of like not like that. But boy, oh boy, was that terrifying. I remember the first time that happened to me. Oh my god. I managed to get out with a dime, but that was terrifying. Just surrounded by like starlight on all angles, and you're overheating, and bad things are happening. It's like, oh my god. Go, 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 go. It was exciting. It was very exciting. It shouldn't happen anymore. I thought they fixed that like years and years and years ago. That shouldn't happen anymore, but
Warning. Temperature critical.
once jumped and smashed in the star, yeah. I shall be a scientific outpost primarily. It shall be. Yes, that was what the billionaires used to justify, right?
Frameshift drive charging.
But it's a bar. The bar was just the catch for the non-scientific people. Again, yeah, that was what they said. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Well, server hiccups can always happen. True enough. Always problems with all. Yep, very true. I haven't had that happen to me though in years. Like that was maybe 3301, 3302 period.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right, we're getting close to quitting time here. Let's see.
Frameshift drive charging.
How many jumps do we have left? Oh, I reset the jump count. I don't know how far. We're back up to 255 jumps, but that's 255 jumps to the crazy storm. 255 dies. So yeah, well, that 255 jumps though gets us really close. Probably another 255 jumps.
Fuel scooping.
So we're probably around 500 jumps from the bubble now. Around there.
Fuel
You've got 2
scooping
days.
complete.
Yes, I do. I think I did about 255 jumps
Frameshift drive charging.
yesterday, though. Yeah, I think at this point, I kind of have to just beeline it if I'm going to make it. Streamvester doesn't have to finish until he's back. New rules. New Year's doesn't end until Anubis gets back to the bubble. Can I use that with work? Can I say I haven't managed to get back into human occupied space in a space game. Therefore, New Year's hasn't finished yet. Therefore, work hasn't started yet. So I'll come in when I've accomplished said goal.
Frameshift drive charging.
Completely logical? Yeah, I think so. What are you talking about? 2020 doesn't exist. It was a blip in the space-time continuum.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're stuck with 2020. Yeah, that's right. And it's all my fault. I'm sorry. I did it. It's all my fault. It wouldn't be a continuum anymore then. It would be an
Fuel scooping.
endinuum.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive
Yeah.
charging.
An interinnuum. A two-parter.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
On New Year's at midnight, the calendar switches to December 32nd, 2020. Nice. Oh my god, if that really happened, it would probably it'd be like Y2K all over again. It would mess with all the computers around the
Fuel
world.
scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So, new rule. I'm only stopping for Earth likes. You're going to have to rework your countdown timer, Anubis. Yeah, it's going to be broken. Yeah.
2,
Did Y2K actually cause any major problems? So no, but not without the extremely dedicated and hard work of many, many people around the world for a very long time to make sure that no problems happened.
fuel scooping.
So yeah, like
System scan.
as far as the everyday person was concerned, it came and fizzled out without a boom. There were some small problems, but the majority of the issues
Fuel
were worked
scooping
out.
complete.
It was a success story. And because nothing happened, people thought there was no problem,
Frameshift
but
drive charging.
there was. I just read that the supercharged FSD on the Anaconda could jump 320 light years.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
no stopping. Behind the scenes magic. Yep. I was privy to some of that world, right? Because I'm a programmer, and no, I wasn't a part of any of the fixing because I was, believe it or not, I was actually too young for that. I got my first full-time job in 1999, though,
Fuel scooping.
and so I was around for all of the stuff, and I knew a bunch of people that were fixing problems. I knew it did 240. Yeah, I did 200. I think my biggest one was about 250 on this ship. I did that earlier today. But yeah, but Gary saw me do a 241. Oh, I need to actually speed up. $320, yeah.
4, 3, 2.
Got that from the wiki. What Anubis is saying is this. I am an old fart. Now get off my lawn. Yeah, basically. I'm an old fart, but I'm not that old. There's actually still people in this world that are an older fart than me. Believe it or not. But I am an old fart. And I'm definitely getting to the get off my lawn stage. I'm at the point now where I understand that logic. Like it actually makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm in trouble.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
What are you talking about? You are still looking younger than me, and I'm 26. Oh, well, thank you, Laura Wolf. I appreciate that. But I am definitely not 26. Whether you're lying to me or not, that's fine. Don't tell me. I understood that logic when I was 12. Yeah. Yeah, no, the big pivotal moment, I think, in most people's lives is when they go, what was that comic? What was it? The Oatmeal? Is it the Oatmeal?
Fuel scooping.
There was a comic he did where, because what's that saying? Fear of missing out, FOMO, right? He did a comic. He's like, you know that moment in life where FOMO becomes JOMO or something like that. What's the acronym? It's like when fear of missing out becomes the joy of missing out. It's like, yep, I totally get it. I'm there. And it's like there's a comic of like a guy at a party, like barfing, right? Is, you know, and then another panel with him like at home, sitting in his couch in front of his TV with like popcorn and chips and everything. The joy of missing out. Although I don't like people. Yeah, the problem is people. Although is wrong because I do not like people. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, look up. I think it's the Oatmeal. If you want to see that comic, it's fun.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah. The Oatmeal, I think, is also the comic strip that he invented the thing called the blurch, and I totally believe in the blurch. The blurch is the entity that sits on your shoulder and tries to convince you to do all of the things that you want to do but shouldn't do.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh. Please don't blow up. So after reaching the bubble, then X and Aurora. Well, I will do some research and we'll see. So I think I have some stuff in my Steam library that I've wanted to play for a while and I haven't gotten around to it. So we'll see. But I will definitely look at X. Was it you were talking about X and
Fuel scooping.
Homeworld? So I'll have to look into those, but see what it's all about. Because I think you were saying X was a single player thing, right? So that might be a fun thing to stream. Homeworld would be nice.
Frameshift drive charging.
X4 is free. Oh, it is? In version 1.12 C# at the moment. I know how to code in C#.
System
I spent
scan complete.
many years coding in that language. Still coding that language.
Fuel scooping complete.
X4, Foundation, and Aurora X4 are different games. I see. X4 was the one that came out like last year or whatever, though, right? Is that what you're saying? I think. Or is that Aurora X? Okay, yes. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Down to 244 jumps. I think we're gonna have to wrap this up soon, though. I've got another game to play tonight. Doing a tabletop role-playing game with friends tonight. Aurora came out this year. Well, the C# version did. The VB version came out many years ago. I should farm a bit in Elite. It's like farm for components and
Fuel scooping.
materials and components and things. What system? Tonight is Pathfinder,
Disengaged.
I think. Yes. And then tomorrow night is I'm playing another game tomorrow night, and tomorrow night is Vampire the Masquerade. And then during Streamvestor, I'll be running EDRPG, the Elite Dangerous role-playing game, for you guys all to watch. Money for a new ship. Engineering, yes.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm playing in a bunch of games right now. So I play in a Pathfinder game, I play in a D&D game, 5e, and I play in a Vampire the Masquerade game. I run a couple of Elite Dangerous role-playing games right now. And one of them is live on this channel. Spoil it? Spoil what? Yeah, we might be doing. I think we're trying to see if we can do a session of our Elite Dangerous role-playing game
Fuel scooping complete.
on this channel during Streamvestor, during the New Year's run. We'll see if we can get everybody together for it. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, so no guarantees.
Frameshift drive charging.
I thought it would be in one shot. No, we're running a campaign, right? If you actually go back and look, we've I think we've already done what, four sessions, 3 or 4 sessions, right? Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
It should be on the. I think that they should be on the YouTube channel, the Nintuber YouTube channel as well, if you wanted to catch up.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Although we might do some one shots of some stuff along the way. I'm
Frameshift
currently.
drive charging.
I should actually check. Yeah.
Frameshift
I am currently
drive charging.
reading through the core book for the Alien role-playing game, and once I've figured out how to play that game, I think it would be fun to stick some xenomorphs on everybody.
4, 3, 2.
They're not on there yet. I'm making a mess, but slowly putting it back together. But yeah, they will be there soon. Okay, cool, Boris. Thanks. All I did was playing and then GMing the Black Eye. And damn, that system is special.
Fuel scooping.
All I did was playing and then GMing the Black. So is it the Black Eye the name of a system?
Complete.
Would love that. Yes, Apple. Yeah, I'm in the middle of reading the core book right now, and I'm planning on running some Alien one shots. I'm probably gonna like the book actually comes with a cinematic one shot, and then because I kickstarted the Alien RPG, so I have like a whole bunch of stuff. So I think I've got 2 different scenarios. So I'm gonna try and run it a couple of times for you guys and for some other friends as well. So I think it should be a lot of fun.
3, 2, 1.
I get to kill you all with xenomorphs. I mean, it sounds great. Sounds great to me. Yeah. Lyric would too. Yes. Oh, cool, Lyric. Have you? Just out of curiosity, Apple, Boris, and Lyric. I don't think Spidey's in here or anybody else that wants to play. But have you guys actually? Have you all actually seen Alien and Aliens, the first 2 movies?
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
And great if you want to play a normal person incapable of combat, bad for anything else, low magic world and such. The world itself is awesome though. Oh, that the role-playing game you were talking about. Cool.
1.
You've seen all the movies? Yeah, good. When you were young, yeah. Only seen the first half of the first Alien. Only seen the first half of the first Alien movie. Cool. So like, it's funny. Like I almost would say like, hey, you could do your homework and watch the first 2 Alien movies, but it might also be fun for you not to watch the first 2 Alien movies and have absolutely no idea what you're getting yourself into. So I'm good with either way. We only talk about the first 2. Yes, Apple. We only talk about the first 2. I have a cat named Newt. Nice. Ship's cat. Why not Journey After the Cat? No, not Johnsy. Newt. Well, Newt was the girl or whatever, right? It was. I was thinking about designing a campaign for Pathfinder though. I just could not make the time yet. Yeah, Pathfinder is really what's sort of looking for gritty, like lots of rules. Oh, I see. Yeah, or Lyric. Oh my god. You were gonna name your cat that because like, okay, gotcha. That totally makes sense.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Intricate. Yeah. No, it looks like a fun game so far. I'm enjoying reading through the book. I'm over halfway through the book now. I'm into the game mother section because they don't call them game masters in that game. They call it game mother. Hello, mother. So you have to call me the game mother. Or just mother. You just call me mother. And Boris, if you don't know, that's the name of the computer. It's the model of computer system, the AI in the movies, named Mother. But it's spelled like MO / Mummy Nubis. I call you that anyway. I still know the rough details. Yeah, okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
I would need to fit some things to the world for that to work. And that my world would be taken from the book series, make it easier. Oh, I see. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I know the rough outline to the pop culture references, yeah. Anyhow, I think it would be fun. I think it'd be fun. And you guys seem to be you love to get into character, so I think it'd be quite amusing to watch Try not to die.
Fuel scooping complete.
Emphasis on the word try.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right. Yep. Okay. Let's finish this jump. Let's finish this jump, and then we're gonna do a. Where are we? How much further do we have to go?
3, 2,
And then I'm gonna have to call it because I need to eat before my Pathfinder game tonight. Does anybody here know Tales from my D&D campaign by any chance? I do not. I know Tales from the Loop.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I have D&D on my phone, except that I never played it. Very fun animated series. Cool. All right, so there's nothing in here. We've scanned the system. So let's pull up the galaxy map. Let's see where we are. How have we done? All right. Well, we are now well into this sector. So we're actually making some considerable. So like that's where we're going right there. 24,000 light years to go. And we've gone so far now that it's harder to see Beagle Point than Beagle Point is 55, almost 56,000 light years away. And that's of course in a straight line. Like we went down this arm, so it's actually further away. Like the distance that we traveled is further than what it's showing. And then we've got, if we were to fly straight there now, which we could do, we're about 24,000 light years away. But I was considering, and this might not happen because if I want to get home, this might not be. So we have two choice. We kind of got choices, right? So the more direct route would be to go straight through here, which is where that whatchamaface is. Was it? It was a cloud, like a lightning storm cloud kind of thing, which I think would be a lot of fun to see. So I kind of really want to go there. And if I line this up, right, like, I mean, that's pretty much, it's pretty close along the way. And then all of these here, there's 4 different sites up here. These are all the Hawkins Gap abandoned sites. So I was thinking that might be fun to go there too, but I don't know if there'll be enough time, right? If I can fly all the way to here, and then all the way home, like that's a bit of a detour. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to do another stream where we go back out to those on a different stream, because from here to there, that's not, like, compared to what we just did, that's nothing, right? But I guess we'll see, because it's about, from here to there would be about the same as flying from here to there. So once I get here, we can see how long it is, how many jumps it is. I'm actually just curious now, though, if I go in, because we definitely want to plot to that place, but how many will it actually? So if I want, because I want to go to Elu, is where I want to turn in all my data. Okay, plot unavailable, maximum distance. So I still can't plot directly to home. I was just curious. So it's 25,000 light years to our actual destination, because we're coming in from the other side. We have to actually cross the entire bubble. So I might actually pick another spot over on this side instead to turn in my data. We'll see. But yeah, we're making some serious progress. We're now on the right side of the right side of the galaxy. Hey. You can make it. You have to choose one. Choose, but choose wisely. No, you cannot do both. Straight to bed after. Right. Well, we might have to do another trip out to go see these then. So yeah, I think you're right. Probably should just. I'm gonna go straight to here. We'll see a storm, a lightning storm in space, and then we'll continue on our way all the way back. And I think it might be doable. I think we might actually be able to do this. But I've got what, 2 days? Yeah, we got 2 days left. So if I do a straight beeline and we don't stop for anything but Earth likes, we might be able to make it. So we'll see. Lightning storm sounds fun. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know. Should we do the raid thing? I think I'm supposed to do the raid thing, right? Or else Mira will get mad at me. So let's see here. Da, 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 da. See if we can find somebody else playing Elite Dangerous. Or somebody that we know playing right now. I don't think anybody we know is playing right now. Channels, people, 5 more. Elite Dangerous. There we go. Okay. Live channels. Recommended. Viewers, low to high. We want to give somebody with not a lot of viewers some FaceTime, right? I don't know, how does this work? Or Wolf, good night. We'll see. And celebrations. This takes a lot of work. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Zooming through, like dangerous, dangerous. Need to find somebody. Take your time. Yeah, no, I know exactly, right? Nobody's waiting or anything. 5 viewers. Elite stuff. Sure. We'll go here. All right, let's try this. Okay, so I'm gonna hit go on this, and then everybody like sign up, right? And then I need to, we're gonna go to the cutout scene here. So if I go, see you next time. And then, yeah, so I'll say bye, and then I'll hit the button, and then everybody stick around for a little bit, I guess, say hi, and then you do you. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.